Another stream singing do a diddy diddy dum diddy do. Joe Hill's gonna be joined by ZombieCleo singing do a diddy diddy dum diddy do. We start up the stream soon, we start up the stream soon. We can't use music, that'll get us copyright strikes. Because then we can't guarantee a VOD, so I've gotta sing a random song while I set up opening chats and doing bunch of other stuff. Singing do a diddy diddy dum diddy do. I open a bunch of stuff. It isn't really organized. Clicking ZombieCleo thing on Twitch so I can see whatever she does when she starts. Welcome, everybody. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee, here on the Hermitcraft server. Or no, wait, not on the Hermitcraft server. Here on a Halloween haunted house. We're doing something. Whatever it is, it sure is something. We're gonna put up our setting up stream now sign. Because we are setting up now. Cleo is going to be joining us momentarily on voice. Once she finds some socks, I would recommend checking the dryer. But you know what? I'm not a helpful person. So, we have a few things going on today. Before we get started, if you've never seen a Joe Hill stream before, this is a little bit weirder than the Minecraft streams. This is an art and craft stream. And today, we are going to be making a Halloween house. We're going to be decorating a Halloween house. It is made in a peanut and tree nut free facility, apparently. And this contains 3 pounds and 5 ounces of food.
Have you got like genuinely 3 pounds of candy there?
Cleo, look. I'm pointing at it on here.
I'm still setting up, but
okay.
This is a question. I haven't got to you yet. I haven't got to me yet.
Yes, my child tricked me into buying 3 pounds and 5 ounces, 6 ounces technically, 1.5 kilograms of candy.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Now, it does say that 12 ounces of that is icing alone.
Oh no.
So that's that's 3/4 of a pound of icing alone on this thing. I'm going to be spending most of my time icing this. Now, I'm going to tell this story once. Most of the people who have seen my Hermitcraft streams have already heard this. But my daughter tricked me into buying this. She saw this at the store and said, "Daddy, you could make that on your stream." I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, "It's only $11. I'm sure that you could make at least $11 back, and then whatever else you made, you could use to pay rent." Because I've been trying to teach her about like profit and how to build a business in entertainment. And I'm like, okay,
responsibility.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, that's fair, yeah. But I didn't notice that it was 3 pounds of food. I somehow missed that part because I was so impressed by her financial insight.
Seriously, this is on you, Joe. This is on you. Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right. It is to some degree on me. 1 second. I'm going to mute my mic real quick so I can adjust the audio.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so you should be... I should hopefully sound good now. First thing we're going to do is I've got some wax... Well, it's not technically wax paper. It's parchment paper. We're going to tape the parchment paper down on the table. I've actually already disinfected the desk with like Clorox cleaning wipes, but that doesn't mean I really want to put food directly on this surface anyway.
Right. And I'm going live now, so I'm assuming you already are.
Oh yeah, I'm already live. Sorry. Did you think I was telling you that story again?
No. I just assumed I was just reiterating that you were already probably live.
I am live. It's alive, Joe Hills.
I mean, I wouldn't... Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, I see your stream just went up. I see you've got your skull you're going to be painting there.
Yes, it's painting today.
Once again, it looks like I have taken on a project that might vastly exceed the amount of time it will take you to do your project. But you have more than one thing to paint, luckily.
I do. And I've got some, like the value paint set is what I've got. So, because I'm not an artist. I don't need a huge amount of Professional equipment.
I mean, Cleo, I would say you are a professional artist, even if you are not a professional painter.
I wouldn't count myself as an artist, but I am thankful for that you think so.
I mean, that's what I say my profession is. Like,
do you?
Yeah, I'm a professional artist. Like, I mean, that, like, that's it. If for in terms of, like, yeah, if I have to go testify to a judge, yeah, I left my career as a web developer to become a professional artist so I can make my own hours and take care of my child. I would say that in court under oath.
It's an interesting. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I mean, I make sculpture in a video game while explaining what I do.
Yeah, I always put myself down as a video creator.
Gotcha.
So, I think it's just different ways of saying the same thing.
Fair enough.
Most just do entertainer. Well, I mean, no, to be fair, Joe is not an entertainer. He is an artist. There is a difference.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the Billy Joel song.
Entertainers.
the Billy Joel song, The Entertainer, I know just where he stands. Another serenader in another long-haired band. Okay, so let's start getting stuff out of here. Wow, that's a lot of orange icing. First off. We have cookie walls and gravestones. Okay, y'all, stop yelling in all caps. That's against the rules.
That's naughty.
Yeah.
No yelling in all caps. I'm just going to start painting it. You know what? I am actually going to cut out the twine on its head because that bothers me. So.
Also, Cleo, I know you said you don't really like horror movies much, but
Oh yeah, no. Famously hate horror movies. Famously.
So you haven't seen the Saw films, I'm assuming.
Oh, never.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate because I have a game I came up with.
No.
Every time we hit a tipping milestone and the camera expands on this stream, not only will the camera expand, but you'll get a chance to play a game, and we'll see how well you do.
Me personally.
You personally, yes, you will. You have an opportunity to take one turn each time the camera expands.
I don't know if I classify it necessarily as an opportunity.
I like to think of it as something that rhymes with opportunity, but is bad. But I'm too tired to think of that rhyme right now. So,
welcome to the early morning streams where Joe is tired and Cleo is anxious. That's how this works.
Okay. So,
to be fair, I'm always anxious, so it's really irrelevant.
Cleo is streaming at twitch.tv/ZombieCleo.
I'm here.
I can even, in theory, add a little inset of her stream. Let me find.
Didn't even put the Owo voice on for Redemption today. Just
you did?
Because... No, I didn't. I kept it off.
Oh, nice.
For you, Joe. For you.
Thank you, Cleo. Okay, so
because I don't think...
Oh, go on.
I was like, I don't think you can handle it. And thank you for Sven for giving out 5 community gift subs. It's very much appreciated. I'm painting. It's a sugar skull. I mean, what is the official? I mean, I'm not. I think it's Mexican that has the skulls. I'm not Mexican. I'm distinctly not Mexican. Not even in the right continent. But I don't know what the official name is for this, so I don't know.
So if we turn on the Cleo stream here, I might make this a little bit smaller so that people can see it better.
Yeah, that's what people really need to do. They need to see what I'm doing. Because...
Well, they need to at least have some concept of it, because I'm going to be talking about what you're doing. And for people on mobile who can't necessarily open multiple windows...
That's true.
It does help to have it.
I mean... Oh, Jen Flush resubscribed. Welcome back to the Horde. We are here painting. Just painting.
Okay.
So... The skull itself styles... Oh, choo-choo! Hype Train. J-Star has resubscribed and says Halloween crafts. Indeed. I mean, is this feels less Halloween, more kind of... Am I impinging on some kind of holiday?
It's Dia de los
I don't
Muertos.
understand.
Yeah, it's actually explicitly different from Halloween.
Oh, okay. It's much more me. So...
Okay, well, this is... Okay. This is adhered to this cardboard base in such a way that I do not think it is designed to be removed. So we're going to start off by not removing it from its cardboard base. You can see the top of the house here. We have a bunch of candies. We have candy pumpkins. We have what they call on the box quins. These are fall leaf quins, which are some sort of edible candies shaped like things. Hey, welcome, Blaze. Are you the same Blaze that changed their Twitter profile picture to look like me yesterday?
That's
weird. I don't know if you saw the picture I posted on Twitter yesterday.
I definitely saw the picture you posted on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah, so...
I ignored it, but I did see it.
Yeah, so Blaze set that as their Twitter profile, apparently, and then liked the tweet. So then I'm like, why is there a recursive photo on this tweet? Somebody who liked this tweet has a photo that is the tweet. Oh, it's Blaze. It might not be this Blaze. It might be a different Blaze. But, okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Zan Meeks, for the resub. It's appreciated.
Okay, so there is no instructions with this. I just have the box to look at.
So you just, well, it's creative, Joe.
Yeah.
It's designed for children, so you should find it fine.
I should be able to do it, yeah. Okay, so with these, so inside this package here, there should be some other types of cookies. Okay, there's a ghost, there should be a ghost cookie, coffin door, shutters, tree, and tombstone.
Thank you, Doppler, for the community gift sub. Very much appreciated.
Okay. So, and this I think is just the ground that the tree goes on. These are the shutters. They have to be snapped out. Luckily, they don't need to be cut with an X-Acto knife, which is nice.
We've had enough of that for the time being. Joe is currently making a candy house because Joe explained it before I got online. So that's what Joe is doing. And right now I'm just painting the background of my skull a sort of white, but I kind of want the wood to be sort of showing through slightly. I'm not a professional. Don't pretend that I'm a professional, guys.
Mm-hmm.
The cardinal sin with the beverage logo must face the camera. We never get product placements. Oh no, that's just what I want.
Beverage?
No. I've my water bottle is being washed currently. However, I will point out that my water mug for this is the Star Wars mug. It's a Star Wars mug because, you know.
Okay. So one thing I'm realizing here is that the camera is going to do a really good job of showing a top-down view of this house.
Yeah, but not a side view.
But not a good side view. So I need to figure out there's some way to do this where I do each side one at a time without, like, ruining them.
I'm going to be interested in seeing you do that, Joe.
Yeah, I am too. Okay. So. Oh boy.
That's how this is. We're in a very quantum leap moment here. Oh boy. So yeah, I'm just painting the base background white because, you know, it's a skull.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna cut open the.
Reg, you're currently advertising Pepsi in my stream, just so you know.
Who is?
Red. they're talking about my cans not facing away from the thing.
Hey, Gemini Tay is here. Welcome, Gem. Just so you know, Cleo and I are actually hanging out in the Hermitcraft open voice room. If you get bored later.
Welcome to join us.
Yeah, even if you can't stay for the whole time, if you just want to stop by and say hello, that is an option available to you. Although I know you are busy moving house, so no worries if this is not a good time.
I mean, just ever. If it's not a good time, it's fine.
Yeah, we're very forgiving people. I mean, otherwise we wouldn't be able to put up with each other.
I beg to differ.
Okay.
Joe is a very forgiving person.
And luckily,
I am just, I exist.
I do nothing that requires forgiveness, so because I'm a perfect 3D angel. So. Okay, so we're gonna start breaking these shutters off here.
I'm gonna start breaking Joe down in a second. It's fine. This is fine. Doesn't take long.
No, the
Just
thing
do the
is,
Uber
though,
voice.
Cleo doesn't really break me down emotionally. I'm already just in such turmoil on an internal level.
broken.
She just bubbles it to the surface and then laughs, and then, but like, it's not a real problem for me because it was there anyway.
I just exposed the trauma. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, Jem says, I don't want to interrupt. I'll join for some crafts in the next few weeks. I just like watching you two. Well, we're glad to have you, Jem.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Skulls, for the biddy, and Silver-Tongued Elf subscribed. Welcome to the Horde. Everybody throw some hands, if you got them.
Dragon Isles... Oh, sorry.
It's all right. I was just... Where's my hand gone? Oh, there it is. I have... I have also got a hand to throw at some point. This might become a running bit. I'm not going to lie. Once I get that hand done.
Let's see. Yeah, Dragon Isle says, how's the house stayed intact in the box? Well, it actually did crack on one part of the roof. But, I mean, honestly, it's just a well-supported box. If you know, spend money on making your boxes not terrible, stuff won't break. So one of the nice things about the place I bought it from is they have a really good return policy, but then they fine companies if they exceed a certain return threshold. So basically, if you sell them garbage and then they accept a bunch of returns on that garbage, they'll fine you.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
And so it really discourages companies from, like, selling stuff in the cheapest boxes possible, because the cheapest boxes possible now has to price in the cost of those returns.
Yep. Oh, this paint is acrylic paint because, you know, I need it fast drying because I've got to paint over this in a second because I've just done an entire base in white.
And this icing is sugar icing because you cannot eat acrylic paint.
I mean, you can, just not for very long.
I recommend strongly against it.
Yeah, it's not advised, but, you know.
Strongly discouraged.
It is physically possible to do so, but it would be a bad time. I suggest you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that the Twitch terms of service explicitly requires we tell people not to poison each other, but I think in the very least we can't encourage people to poison themselves, so please don't poison yourself.
Yeah, because it'll come back on me.
Because it's a terms of service violation?
Yeah, I don't have the time for that. I'm not going to lie.
Whoops.
I don't have time to be sued.
I was supposed to knead or massage the icing pouch for 1 to 2 minutes before cutting it open.
Did you open it?
Yeah, I opened it. Okay, so let's see. Well, it's got a lid, but I don't think the lid's going to go back on. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe. Okay, so let's see if I can knead/massage this without spraying it across the room. So we're just going to kind of rotate it around itself. Is that too loud with the crinkly noises?
It doesn't bother me. It probably bothers everyone else, but I'm, you know.
Okay.
I don't have a soul. It's fine.
Yeah. So I need to set a timer too, because I will either do this for 10 seconds and then get bored, or I will accidentally do this for like 3 hours. So
there is no in between with Joe.
No, there's really not. So I'm setting the timer. Okay, people are saying the crinkly noises are not too loud. Sometimes microphones pick up stuff in ways that is different than the human ear, and I just wanted to make sure this was not that. So
sounds fair. That sounds fair.
Morning, NJ. Okay.
Hi, NJ. Good to see you. Didn't do it. You can't prove me. Hello, kitty baby. I love you. You're not coming up today. It's paint.
Oh, do your cats like paint a lot?
No, but she's covered in fur.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, you know, it's different when you're doing like model stuff and sewing stuff where you can pick the hair out. When it dries in, it's kind of a thing.
That's fair. Yeah, I wouldn't let the cat up here while working with icing either. Also, a quick reminder for anybody who's just coming in, I came up with a Saw-esque game with the Shadow Abacus we can play. Cleo gets 1 turn every time we hit a $20 face camera expansion milestone, and tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat.
I genuinely don't know what this game entails, chat, so this is not something that we came up with. This is definitely a Joe thing.
Yeah, no, I found this dark abacus, and I was just like, well, I know where this is headed.
It's always headed to trauma.
Hey, welcome. I am Kanika. Glad you could join us this morning. We are currently kneading this icing for, it says it gives it optimal adhesion, because we need to use it to, like, attach, like, little shutters and stuff on either side of the windows.
Yes, that is a thing that needs to happen. Windows must have shutters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I actually rewatched Evil Dead 2 last night. It holds up. Bruce Campbell's very funny. Like, I mean, it's one of those things, like, I think what makes him such a great actor is, even though I remember him being funny, and I know he's funny, every time I watch his movie, there's just a million little things where I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. Ah, he's so good. You know? Like, he's better than you expect, even when you expect him to be good.
Yep. Kitty go down. Kitty go down. I mean, okay. I think that is the ultimate thing, isn't it? It's just sort of like, are they funny on a rewatch? If they're not funny on a rewatch, they're not truly funny.
Mm-hmm. Hey, our first tip of the day just rolled in from Sophia for 11. So we have already broken even on the Halloween house. Who says, I can't send a lot, but wanted to make sure that you break even on the candy house. Hey, we're on the same wavelength. Thank you, Sophia. Appreciate it. And another tip just rolled in as well from Kanika. Thank you, Kanika. That is going to put us, boom, 11 past our next expansion milestone. So here we go. Please direct your attention down here so I can say, expand. And now we're going to swing up here. I'm going to have to move some of these candies so this reads a little bit better. Okay.
It's a trauma. Moving the candies. And
so I've got the dark abacus here, Cleo.
Uh-huh.
Are you ready to play a game?
No.
Okay. Name a consonant.
M.
Okay. We'll do the next round.
A consonant.
$9 from now. Yep, a consonant.
Have we got...
It wasn't a trivia game. You have to figure out what the game is as we play.
Oh, no. This is going to be terrible. Okay. Okay, so M was wrong. Right.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Here, I can even put that... Where's my stylus? Hold on. Oops, it still says setting up now. Sorry, y'all.
I mean, Joe, you're always setting up. It doesn't make... It's just a commentary on preparedness at this point.
I'll put a little M right there.
It's not a trivia game. Okay. Chat, you're going to need to help me with this, because this is something Joe's mind's concocted. So, could be Hangman. Could be. I need to definitely look at Joe's stream at this point.
Okay, I'm just about to start icing, so that's a great time to look. Oh, wow. This is going to be so hard to ice through this. I think what I need to do is actually stand up and ice through the ring light over the top here. Let's try it. Okay. Let's start with something simple. Let's start with just going around doing this, this circle here.
All right, I need to make you small.
I'm trying to get the right amount of pressure.
Okay, if I put you over here, so I can have my chat over you. There we go. I can't see any of my things, so I'm...
Okay.
I can't see any of... Right, that's fine. It's fine.
So first icing...
Did you think you said M and not M? I did say M.
As in the NATO alphabet letter Mike.
Yes.
Yes, I heard it properly. That's why I wrote the letter Mike.
No, that...
My chat is also talking a lot about my recent hair decisions.
I mean, the term we tend to use is faux pas, so... you know.
Yes.
If we're going to get it right, we've got to get
my recent hair faux pas.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cleo. I'm glad that you you are on board. Okay. So we need to add, according to the instructions, or not the instructions, but the picture on the front, about 10 of these little circular beads around the circle there. I don't have to perfectly match the image on the front, because, you know, this is to some degree a creative project, but I'm trying to get a sense of what the original creators had in mind before I start going wild with it myself, you know?
I mean, people aren't here for the original creators, Joe. They're here for you.
I know, but
My
like,
reader has subscribed for 6 months. Let me just. This is gonna. I can't watch you all the time, Joe. I'm sorry. When we play a game, I'll switch over to you.
yeah, that's fine.
Yes, slops. Okay. Thank you very much for the resub.
Dang it, I lost one of the candies. I got it.
Question is, where did it end up? Okay. The flower is going to definitely need to. It's going to need to be pink on the inside. So.
People are saying color outside the lines. Oh yeah, just like that famous Kurt Vonnegut quote. When someone gives me a lined candy house, I turn it sideways.
I mean, it's one of those things. We've both got like pre-cut, as it were, pre-outlined stuff, but
Yeah.
it's all about how you do it.
Well, what I'm trying to figure out is like how important these channels are for like affixing the candy and stuff like that. So like it shows like this particular kind of candy is designed to fit in these channels with this icing. And so like I'm going to test whether or not that seems like a sound thing before I start going wild with whatever else I might want to try, you know, cuz
I'm not making sugar skulls. Joe is making a candy house.
Mhm.
So I'm here painting I'm painting woodcuts at the moment.
I am making up my own color scheme for the repeated candies on here. Whoops.
That's fine. You can do that. That's allowed.
Dang it.
But we're just here and we're chilling. This is what Wednesdays are. These are chill days.
Oh, dang it. I didn't actually bring this as a tool, but can I use this to scoop that out? No, I can't.
Oh, so I finished Squid Game.
Oh, yeah, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it. It's very me, but you knew that.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the ending. That threw me.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of it that I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the ending threw me. The ending was really good.
Yeah, I tried to go into it basically blind, like, and I did a pretty good job of avoiding too many spoilers.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too.
But yeah, I gotta say, I don't know if you've seen the film Parasite.
I haven't.
It's just a recent Korean film about it's another
I've
kind
heard
of
it.
yeah, it's another kind of film that explores like some of the socioeconomic pressures in Korea right now on people who are heavily indebted, and this was a lot more fun than that movie. Although the Parasite is actually kind of fun too, because it's about this poor family, basically like one of the kids in this family. I say kids, like one of the 20-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
Went to high school with this guy who tutors this rich family, and the friend is going abroad for the semester and says, "Hey, can you fill in for me and tutor this kid on, like, you know, high school geometry? You did fine in geometry, even though you never went to college. You know your geometry or whatever." Right. It's like, and the guy's like, "Yeah, I guess. Okay, cool. I'll tell him that you go to the same school as me. Just throw together a fake resume." And so, like, you know, the movie starts off with this, you know, guy who never went to college faking, like, a transcript that says he's, like, partway through college so he can get this gig. And when he gets there, he realizes that they also might need, like, an art tutor and a chauffeur and a maid. And so he's just hooking everybody up in his family with jobs, and they're all forging their paperwork to like have these credentials they don't have, and they all have to pretend that they like, oh, it's like, oh yeah, I know this guy who was friends with my uncle, but it's actually like the dad. Or, oh yeah, this woman worked with my mother a long time ago, you know, she was great, or whatever. And so, like, by, like, word of mouth reference, he's hooking everyone up in his family with jobs with this one wealthy family, and things kind of start to spiral out of control. Is kind of the.
I mean, as they do. As they do.
But yeah, so it starts off as kind of a fun, lighthearted, like almost a con artist movie because there's a lot of forgery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you know, it ends up like they end up over their heads, and
as you would when you just
lie
on a resume.
Yeah, and it's a very worthwhile movie.
Yeah. It's like everybody says, well, I say everybody, lots of people say it's okay to lie on your resume. They expect it. And then I'm just thinking, as a teacher, if I lie on my resume, I am getting booted the second they find out.
Oh,
from,
yeah.
like, everything.
Any job that I have ever worked at, if they find out later that you lied on your resume, that's an immediate grounds for termination.
Oh, yeah, no, not just termination from that job, but termination from the profession for me. You don't lie in teaching to start with. No. And if you do lie, there are consequences. Here's consequences.
Okay. So I'm going to use... So I don't know which would be the best icing to use as the adhesive, but since we have the most of the orange, I'm assuming to hang the shutters, I should probably stick them on with the orange.
I mean, that would make sense.
Because I don't want to waste the white and the...
No, the orange feels like glue at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, it really depends on how much you like orange.
Well, there's a lot of opportunities for orange here. Okay, maybe
I have to say orange is my least favorite color. Just
why didn't I bring paper towels?
Okay, so rose is kind of done. I might go over it later. So just leave it to dry for a bit. It's truth or consequences. Jobs? Yeah, they are. Lying on a resume would be really bad, but there are lots of people that recommend it for some odd reason.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make some light blue.
And so, like, for me, you know, like, I could kind of see to some degree somebody justifying this when you're, like, trying to get a job at some sort of ludicrous company that's so large, that has, like, automated systems that are, like, in order to, like, fool the system to get to talk to a human, you know, you might need to say something on there. You might need to check a box or something just because otherwise you'll never get an interview or something. But, like, if somebody came to work for me at the scale I'm operating at, if they didn't feel like I was a reasonable enough person to hear them out, like, let's say that I said, okay, I'm hiring somebody to play violin for a song.
Mm-hmm.
I need an in-house violinist because I'm doing this album where I'm going to have 8 songs with violin on them. And, you know, I want you to have played, you know, at least, you know, I want you to have at least some actual concert experience because we want to take the show on the road, you know? If somebody's like, you know, Joe, I don't have that much concert experience, but, you know, I've been practicing a lot and I'm, you know, I have professional training. I just haven't had as much concert experience as you want. Could we talk anyway? I would still talk to them. I would still hear them out, you know? And, like, if they didn't trust me to hear them out, that's a red flag that maybe they wouldn't have a good relationship with me as an employer or something.
Yeah, that seems reasonable, yeah. As a statement, yeah.
I don't know.
No, I agree with you.
Like, it would mean they don't understand the scale at which I'm operating and maybe wouldn't understand my business.
Your vision.
Yeah.
Oh, I get that. That would probably be a red flag for me as well. I mean, as people who can, I suppose, technically employ people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know the legality of that at this point in my country.
For like hiring people to do stuff for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I do contract work. But,
yeah, basically, I just hire people as contractors, which there's a bunch of rules that means, like, there's a bunch of things you can't tell contractors, because otherwise, if you do, they're employees. Like, you can't tell them they have to work at certain times. You can't tell them they have to, like, there's a bunch of stuff. So, for me, you know, I make sure when I hire my moderators, it's like, okay, here's how this works. You volunteer for shifts at times that are convenient for you in advance. You decide when you work, right?
Okay, that seems reasonable.
And so I make sure that I have enough coverage for the times I need people, and if I don't have that coverage, then I would hire more people or bring on more contractors who would be available to sign up for those times. But I can't tell somebody, hey, if you don't work at this time, you're fired. Right?
That seems reasonable.
And so your country might have different laws about contractors. But the big things are you can't treat them like employees. And every country has different rules for what that means. And you also have to make sure that you get their correct tax info and you send in a form that is like, it's like 8 lines. It's name, address, and how much money that they made from you this year, right?
Right.
And like most of the 8 lines are street address, postcode, like it's really a simple form, and like to fill it out for like 8 people doesn't take very long, and I just check, I keep track of how much I pay each person, and then at the end of the year I send a copy of that form both to the person for their own records and to the tax agency, and I'm done.
Right.
It's really not that hard to have contractors work for you.
Okay. That seems fair.
Somebody says, is this gingerbread? It's technically chocolate, but it seems
It's
like...
chocolate bread.
It's chocolate bread, but it really seems like chocolate gingerbread. I don't know. I haven't eaten any of it yet. I guess I could, but like...
I mean, you could, but would your kid get mad at you?
Yeah, like she's gonna really want to get the first like big chunk of this. Okay, so let's see. It recommended on the thing. Excuse me.
Skills.
And once again, we are 9 away from the next face camera expansion and the next round of whatever game Cleo is playing.
Oh no.
With the Shadow Abacus. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. For some reason, it's harder to drink coffee with green hair. I think I'm just more nervous about the green hair going in the coffee than my normal hair, which is kind of disconcerting to me because it's like, why am I not worried about this with my normal hair?
I mean, that is a good question.
Like, I feel like I should be equally worried about either one.
I mean, maybe it's because you know you can wash your hair and the green hair is synthetic.
It would just be stained forever. Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, Joe's currently wearing a I want to call it a wig, but I think that's an insult to wigs.
Well, thanks, Cleo.
It's bright green, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guess I could technically show it on the camera down here if I put my head under there. It's hard to...
I mean, Joe's got a face cam. If you want to go and see what Joe's wearing.
Yeah, that is an option you have as an adult, mature professional.
I don't think anyone here is an adult, mature professional.
Mm-hmm.
They might be an adult professional.
One of my friends who went to pharmacy school went to like a religiously affiliated school. And whenever they had to talk about anything that one of his instructors considered like, a real serious topic, not a laughing matter, right? Mm-hmm. The instructor would be like, okay, we're going to talk about something a little bit uncomfortable for some people now. And I want to remind everyone here that we're adult, mature professionals. And so we're not going to giggle or laugh at some of this because, this is serious stuff. But like then it would be something like, okay, so sometimes you're going to have patients who come in who are going to be addicted to painkillers. And it's like, wait, this is what you thought we were going to laugh at? But like, I guess
I'm well known for laughing at people who are addicted to meds.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
I understand wanting people to take it seriously, but
Yeah. But, like, I guess maybe the idea is that if you come from a very sheltered background, maybe the idea of people being drug addicts is something that you've only ever heard of derisively and never from a compassionate standpoint.
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It's sort of like, yes, let's laugh at the people who have ruined their lives from addiction.
Yeah.
That's one thing to question your upbringing about, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've already told him I'll be doing wig first aid to it to take the shine out of it at least. Since when has Joe cared about things being shiny?
Yeah,
like, honestly.
I'm not the crab from Moana. Voiced by Jermaine Clements.
Although now that you say that, I'm kind of seeing it.
I am the crab from Moana.
You are the crab from Moana. I'm sorry, Joe.
Look at me. I'm the crab from Moana now.
Except for with green things.
Oh, I actually got green fishnet gloves that I was going to wear for this craft stream, but I realized that getting sugar all over them was probably a bad idea.
I did see the gloves in the photo.
Yeah, that was... I bought them for this stream, but I'm realizing I'll save them for the papercraft ones.
It's probably better.
Yeah. So, and I will say, when I bought this... Well, actually, hold on. Before we get into the wig story... thank you very much to Marcel for tipping 20. That is going to put us $11 past our next face camera expansion milestone.
Big crap energy, yeah.
9 away from the next one. Okay, so... Cleo.
Oh, is it time?
It's time to play a game.
Okay.
Name a consonant. Did we lose Cleo on audio?
No, you didn't. This is Cleo thinking. You name a consonant.
People are saying name the consonant Jeff or Fred.
Yeah.
You've got a great helpful chat.
They're so happy. I'm gonna go with R.
R. 3 R's.
3. Are we playing Hangman, Joe?
Who knows?
We're playing Hangman. Right, okay, everybody. 3 R's, no M's. 3 R's, no M's. I need chat help. We don't know how many letters. Joe is currently the Riddler.
Yes, I'm very
Not mirror?
tricky. People are saying consonant. Or continent. It's consonant.
It is consonant. I did hear that. I thought, does he mean continent? Okay.
Yeah. And let's see, we just got another tip rolling in here from Chris. That is going to put us $1 past our next face camera expansion milestone. So, whoops, I actually forgot to expand the camera there. So we get 2 expansions. Grow hills. And also expand.
Riddler? No,
Okay.
that's 2
Okay.
R's.
So, Cleo.
Yeah.
One more consonant, please. You got 3 R's so far.
Okay. Consonant. G.
No G's.
No G's. Okay. 3 R's, no G's, no M's. Well, now I'm only thinking of words that have. Is it more than one word? Is the question. It could be more than one word. Horror makes sense. Horror does make sense. We'll try H next.
Okay, well, you are 19 away from that next guess.
Okay, so that's where we'll go. That's where we'll go, chat. So long as the question remains the same. It might not.
No, it's the same. Yeah, we're doing different rounds of the same game.
Oh,
You get one turn, or it's all one round really. You get an additional turn though each expansion, just so that we're not done with this in 3 minutes or whatever.
I mean, it really depends on how many people that donate to you, isn't it? It's just
It
sort of
does. Well, the thing is though, you get like hype train emotes, and I don't. So
that's true. That's true.
I have to make my own fun.
Bard Security donated £10 and said, "Someone keeps stealing a quarter of a byte from my network packets. What a 2-bit criminal." Well done. Well done.
Okay.
I do not mind the jump scares on this, because if it goes wrong, that's quite funny.
It's pink too, yeah. Oh, that looks pretty. I like how you're doing that.
Thank you.
I just looked over for the first time because I've been kind of focused on this candy thing.
On this candy thing.
Yeah, this particular candy thing is the one that I'm looking at right now.
Hey, Finnish Kiwi Twid 200 bit says the latest Laughfly session was awesome and so much fun to watch. I've been wondering how you were involved with Third Life in the first place. Grian? Grian asked me. That's basically it. And I had a lot of fun with this last life, Joe. I got to be evil Cleo for a bit.
I heard.
And you know how much you heard. Oh, God.
No, my Discord is... I had to create a new channel on my Discord for people to talk about this. Because otherwise, there was too much.
Oh. Well, now I want to see what's going on your Discord, because I've been following the fan stuff, and it's been hilarious to watch.
$5 a month will get you in there.
It's all right. I know people in there. I can get the information. It's fine.
Okay.
At this point, I'm just stealing from Joe now.
What are you stealing? Oh, like you're pirating my...
I'm pirating your Discord at this point.
Yeah. Oh. Did you see my bootleg chair joke?
Yeah, I did. I was impressed with it. It was good.
Thank you.
It was good.
Yeah. I was gonna say I need to bring that to conventions to show it off at my booth. This is my bootleg creeper chair.
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
Joe is the candy man today. Well, I mean, I can turn the world on with a smile.
I disagree, but okay.
Okay, fine.
I'm still miffed that went over your head. What, the bootleg chair?
Yeah,
it was a very good joke.
People be like, why does this chair have boots on it?
Aw, that's really cute.
They mostly weren't English speakers, though, so I think they just didn't know. But NJ is a professional proofreader in English, so she has no excuse.
I mean, yeah, that's true. You should be just feeling actual shame at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this side of the flower is much better than the other one, but, you know, you can't tell from the screen. It's fine. Or maybe you can. I actually don't know how good my camera is. I don't think it's very good. The facepalm was supersonic. That bit in Last Life where she did the thing with the other thing. Yeah. That was really good. I enjoyed doing that.
We just got 11 from Jory.rocks. Thank you, Jory. That is going to put us 8 away from the next face camera expansion and Cleo's next opportunity to play the game. Okay. So it's got like interesting light sconces that are made out of candy corn with pumpkins on top.
You know, candy corn is a distinctly American thing.
Well,
but I always kind of wanted to try it.
American thing as well. So I mean,
well, no. We have corn. We don't have candy corn.
No, but you didn't used to. You got it from America.
I mean, that's true.
It was a Native American bioengineering thing. Like, it wasn't naturally this good for humans. They spent like.
I mean, you mean like
centuries.
every vegetable ever?
Yeah. But like, I mean, I'm just saying like. There are particular tribes that worked like crazy for centuries to make corn. That isn't just like free. You didn't just get it from the ground.
I mean, I disagree. I did just get it.
Okay.
It was already around when I was born, so...
Okay. Well, Yeah, I just like crediting people for their centuries of labor, but you know, you can do your thing over there in the UK too.
I can always do my thing. Twitch chat has some of the most interesting spellings of Cleo's name. Seriously, if you want to find interesting spellings of my name, my latest Last Life video has had so many people absolutely raging at me.
Oh no.
And cannot spell my name for the life of me. It's 4 letters. Come on. If you're going to be horrible to me, at least be horrible in a way that I can recognise it's aimed at me.
Yeah, no, that's wild.
Well, no, you know how it is. It's that I went against the popular YouTuber thing.
Oh, that's why I never go against the popular YouTubers.
No, that's true. I can't help it, though.
I know.
I try so hard to be good.
We're gonna try flipping this over and hope everything doesn't just immediately fall off it. Maybe I should let it dry by working on one of the sides first.
Cleo, what is your name? Only sometimes. Sorry, Joe.
It's fine. I'm
just traumatized quietly in the corner.
I'm good. Okay, so this thing has like 6 faces basically. It's got a front, back. Wow. Okay, so yeah, these are falling right off.
Most 10-year-olds do not spell horribly.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I disagree. Most 10-year-olds can spell.
Okay, so here's the thing: is how long do you think that I need to let the icing like set for before I rotate this? Because it's gonna be a pretty terrible stream if I can't work on other sides of this.
I think it's probably fairly solid, fairly quickly. So have a go.
Like the thing is just turning it on its side. Like a bunch of stuff just fell off. So.
Then I don't know.
Yeah. Should I get a hairdryer? But I realize that's probably the opposite of what I need. I probably should get like just an ice pack and set it over there.
I don't know. I don't think it's cooling. It's drying. Icing dries, doesn't cool.
Yeah, but if I put heat on it, it'll melt the sugar.
I mean,
so hairdryer seems like the bad choice. Hey, welcome, Yo Mikester Raiders. We are currently crafting with Cleo.
Hi.
Hello. We are building a haunted house out of candy, and Cleo is painting. Are you using paints?
I am using paint, yeah.
That's what I thought.
I'm painting a sugar skull.
Ooh.
Which is made of wood. I'm painting a wooden sugar skull.
Okay. So, I'm thinking if I just set it...
A hairdryer on low heat would be fine.
If I set it upright, it probably wouldn't fall straight off because it would...
No. If it's upright, it should you know.
Maybe what I'll do is I'll do one of the roofs next.
Mm-hmm.
While that side dries. Because you can
see the roof. He's doing a chocolate bread house.
Yeah, chocolate cookie house.
Chocolate bread house.
Chocolate bread house. Okay, Cleo.
A heat gun, you say? We're not going for a heat gun. That seems ridiculous.
I used to have when my dad had a bookstore, he had a shrink wrapper, and you basically you seal the wrap by melting like the seam. It's almost like a continuous bag where you slide something in and then you seal the seams on either end, right? And then you hit it with a heat gun and the wrap shrinks at that point.
Yeah.
Shrink wrap. And it was so there's very few things that you need shrink wrap for other than like running a business. But when you need it, it's great. Like when we returned our textbooks to the teachers at the end of the year, my friend and I shrink wrapped all of them individually, right? Yeah. And so the teacher, one of the teachers is just like, okay, everybody, it's time to turn in your books. They better be in good condition. And we both held up ours. Ours are in the original packaging.
They like that explains that's what explains what you did in my class.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that teacher was frustrated by me. He made that very clear to my parents.
I
during
mean,
like one of those reviews, because it's like his complaint was, okay, Joe right now has a C because he doesn't do any of the homework, but he gets perfect scores on all the tests. And my parents are like, well, do you think he knows the material well enough to pass the college credit course at the end of the semester, which is the point of the class? I don't know if you have anything
yeah,
like this, but we have these
not really, no.
classes called advanced placement classes, where you take this national level test, and if you get a 5 on it, then it counts as college credit that you took this class in high school. And the teacher's like, certainly. And my parents were like, well, do you think he's going to fail this class? And the teacher's like, well, as long as he keeps getting perfect scores on all the tests, yeah, he could probably still pass even if he doesn't do any homework. And they're like, well, then you're not really making a case for him doing his homework that we're going to be able to convey to him. Like,
I mean, that's the point, isn't it? At the end of the day,
yeah,
if your kid's smart.
The point of the class was to pass this national test. And if I was getting perfect scores on all of his exams that are modeled after it, without doing any of the homework, like, I just didn't really see a strong case for doing that homework. And also, I was
question. There's a good question in the chat.
Yeah.
Joe, have you ever not frustrated a teacher?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of them, as long as they didn't like ask me to do things I didn't want to do. That's really the threshold for like when I become a problem.
I see that. I see that a lot, actually, Joe. Yeah, I get that. I understand. One would argue the point of the class wasn't to pass the exam, it was to learn the material.
Well, I learned the material. But also, the point of taking that particular class, though, was to pass the national level exam. Like, that is why you take that particular class instead of any other class in mathematics.
Right. I see. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, as a teacher, so long as you're not a bother and you know what you're doing. I mean, seriously, at that point, my work is done. Yeah. You know, if you can pass the material.
Well, and that was the thing, though, is I didn't dislike the gentleman. He was actually one of my favorite teachers because he was one of the best lecturers we had in my entire school. That was why I understood the material so well, because he just did a great job explaining it. Like, I liked him a lot, but, like, I just, I was like, no, you're doing good. Like, you don't need me to validate you with homework. You got this.
I don't think I ever did homework ever, excluding college. Here's the thing. I very rarely did homework, but because I was smart, and relatively trustworthy, I got away with it every time. I think there was literally one time when I didn't get away with not doing my homework. Because I could always say, oh, I left it at home because I'd already cultivated this. I'm really forgetful kind of thing. I wasn't.
You're just good at appearing weak in ways that will allow you to pounce on others later.
I mean, I don't like the way you phrase that, but yes.
Well, I mean, because I phrased it very truthfully, and that's why it hurts.
I mean, you're not wrong. I just hate that you're right, yeah?
Yeah, no, I get it.
I think being clever gets you away with a lot of things, you know?
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Sean, for tipping 5. That puts us 3 away from the next expansion. Well, and see, here's the thing, though, too, is my kid will never get away with this. Because since we have the court system involved in our lives, courtesy of a divorce and a custody thing, her grades will be viewed as a barometer of the safety of her home environment to some degree. And so basically it's like, one of the big things is, like, when I wasn't doing my homework, I was like, well, it doesn't really affect anything. But if she doesn't do her homework, it will create possibly massive legal issues and things like that. So she's gonna see some clear lines of cause and effect of like,
Yes. Yes.
and not like, oh, I'm gonna be really extra harsh to her, but like, I'm gonna explain to her, hey, even if you don't think this is important, judges think this is important, and it's really important that we not, get on the
don't
radar.
annoy the judge.
Yeah, it's like 90% of like what my attorney helped me with was, hey, these are things that are really easy mistakes to make, that because like as a common sense thing you might think like, oh yeah, I'll just do this, but judges actually hate this because of blah blah blah, just. And so like my attorney did a really good job of coaching me on how not to be a bad client, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because the more time, the fewer things he has to explain to a judge. Like, even if, like, oh, yeah, you can explain this later, but, like, explaining this is going to cost me 3 hours. And you don't want your attorney working for 3 hours on stuff.
Yeah, just don't do it. You know,
it's just
I can
easier...
explain it. I can get you out of it. Just why though?
Yeah.
I understand.
Like things like, you might think like, oh, at the beginning of a divorce, like some people move out, but like that looks like you're abandoning the child, and judges don't like that. So I didn't move out, which I think my ex expected me to do, and so then she moved out. And then,
No.
but then
you want people moving out, that's on you.
Yeah, that's the thing though, is like, her attorney didn't do a very good job of briefing her on stuff that judges disliked, and so by the end, like of the negotiations, if we had to go to court, she was starting from a pretty bad position because she was constantly doing things that that would have made my life easier for me to do too, but that I knew would cost time and energy to defend in court. And so if we had to go to court, I was going to have a much easier time of it than she was. So that was a deterrent against, that.
Well, I think you did really well with everything, because the second it happened, you sort of like, right, we're doing this the legal way.
Yeah.
And Joe was very explicit with just the hermits about what was going on.
Yeah. Well, because I couldn't talk to anybody else really in public about it. Although, since I got served, one of the mistakes that my ex made was serving me with the papers in the lobby of my employer's office.
Yeah.
And so all of my coworkers knew about it. So I had 80 people in the building I could talk to about it, even if I couldn't talk to anybody online.
Yeah.
So I wasn't very isolated, which was good.
Well, I'm going to say nothing.
Okay.
Because, well, you know how I feel about this.
Yeah, I think so. I find that assuming I know how people feel about things doesn't always go well for me, but I can't see it going particularly badly in this case, so I'll just assume I do.
No. You definitely do. We have talked about this before.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put. We've got these little cat candies here. Here's a little cat. We're gonna put a little cat on the little kitty. Oh. Luckily, 9 lives. So you got 8 more lives to stay on this roof, kitty. We got a ghost. Put the little ghost on the roof. We've got...
Giving Joe the "you tried very hard and deserve good things" award. That's what my chat has given you at this point.
Oh. Thank you, chat.
So how's the kitty going?
The kitty is sitting on the roof with some bats and a pumpkin.
Yay! That's where all kitties want to be, on the roof. I speak from experience. I have a window that goes out onto the roof and my cats love it out there.
Oh, I'm sure. Quick reminder, we have $3 away from the next face camera expansion and Cleo's next opportunity to play a game.
I don't like the way you say that. I'm not going to say anything. It's fine.
Okay, so this part of the roof here is a little cracked. So we're gonna shore that up with some icing, I think.
Mm-hmm. That seems logical.
That seems like the way to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really try and get it in there instead of on there, like we've been doing with everything else. That is... Wow.
I hope Joe gets to feeling better. I mean, we all hope that for Joe.
Thank you, Cleo. And everyone. Okay. Well, this needs to be held in place while the icing dries, apparently, and I don't want to do that.
I just don't want to do it.
That's
fine.
too much like papercraft. So can I use this trick or treat shiv to hold this in place somehow? What can I prop?
I mean, the thing I know about these skulls is there are dots everywhere. And I'm just thinking.
Yeah, they're kind of like a Wall Street Journal thing. Stipple art.
Why is stipple art a Wall Street Journal thing?
Oh, because it allows them to create up-to-date images of people that they don't have to pay royalties for.
Oh, okay.
So like when they like write an article about a random politician, right, that they might not necessarily have a recent photo of, rather than hiring a photographer to try and go like snap a candid picture of them randomly somewhere or something, they can just have their stipple artist do a quick sketch of them. And it looks really good in newsprint in black and white. Hey, thank you, Mouse Mac, for the 5, who says, expand Joe. Do. So we're going to make my camera a little bit bigger here. Do. And we might actually kind of, yeah, we'll just leave me right up here above Cleo. And, okay. So, Cleo, I think it's time for another round. You got 3 R's.
I've got 3 R's. Can I get... Is it a consonant still?
Yeah, another consonant. The next one will be a vowel. But this time
I
it's
get
consonant.
an H.
No H's.
No H's. 3 R's. No G's, M's, or H's. Okay. Interesting.
And that puts us 18 away from the next expansion. Oh, hey, we just got a tip for 23 from Kay, who says, uncover a letter, Vanna, or Vanna. Probably Vanna, because of Vanna Light.
Yeah.
So, let's see, that's going to put us 18, so then 5 past there. So, y'all, up to this point...
Oh, here we go.
You've seen this money go straight to my head, but now, like Jacob Marley, these chains I forged in life are about to begin pulling me down to the deep below. Enter the joust. Do. Okay, so where are my chains?
The reason why I chose yellow for teeth is for gold teeth. So, terror. Terror would be good.
These chains. These are the ones I forged in life, y'all. Okay.
I would love to see you forge chains, Joe, because I don't believe you.
Yeah. You know, I actually forge them every time that I fail to make humanity my business. So, anyway, Cleo, 1 second.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you got 3 R's, and you get to buy a vowel this time, or choose a vowel.
I would like to have an O, please, Joe.
Oh, wow, this is going to be hard. Oh, wow. Hold on. I can do this.
I'm holding.
Okay, can you see it?
Hang on.
There's
let
one
me
O.
switch over. There's... Oh, okay. Oh, now I see. Right, there's 1 O. It's upside down, though. Okay.
Okay, and we got another tip that just rolled in. I need to acknowledge.
It's blank R blank blank blank. Oh, I know what it is. What it is.
Give us a guess.
Trick or treat.
And we just got 5 from Jakeem. Thank you, Jakeem. Cleo, it is indeed trick
or treat.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to guess too quickly.
No, it's fine. It's part of the game. But, you know, it could also be I don't know. No, there's not really a lot you can do with this.
There's not really a lot.
It's basically...
it's when I figured out the or that I was just like, oh, right, yeah. No, I got
it. Could be, maybe it's Rick or eat sometimes.
Rick or eat. I mean...
Yeah. I
could eat.
I could eat. But yeah.
Is this Joe somewhere?
But yeah,
Is this
I saw this black abacus that was sitting backwards on the shelf at the store, and I was like, ooh, why would they make an abacus with uneven numbers of blocks on each? Oh, it's because it says trick or treat.
Because it's a decoration, Joe.
Yep. It is not
Well
a real
done,
abacus.
Joe.
But it's fun enough to be
It
on brand.
feels like it, and therefore it makes you happy.
Yeah. So, there we go. We can actually set that right
You don't
here.
have to apologise for the things that make you happy, Joe.
I know. It says treat.
Treat!
Somebody says paint letters on the blank sides. I actually thought about painting green letters on the blank sides. And then you'd be able to see through the dark abacus.
I have problems with chroma key. You're not going to.
And that does put us 10 away from the next Face Gamer expansion. I don't have a second game for Cleo. That was it. But we had fun while it lasted.
I'm sure your chat can go against my chat in figuring out games.
Uh-huh. Also, like, the second time I put it back down, Cleo,
Yeah.
I, like, waved the entire thing in front of the camera face up.
Well done, Joe.
So, your chat clearly is not watching my stream, or they would have volunteered that information.
Well, you know, in this instance, yeah. Either that or they didn't want to spoil the game, which I think is
Yeah, admirable.
also likely.
Thank you, Cleo's chat.
Dakey has stopped, has cheered Biddy, says, I've got to go. Joe and Cleo, it was nice vibing here for a bit. Well, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I enjoy having people here. Sometimes I even enjoy having Joe here.
What? Oh, you're too kind,
Sometimes.
Cleo. Your lies are very kind, thank you.
It's kind of cruel to pit the chats against each other since both a good portion are in both. I mean, yeah, that's just cheating at that point, I think.
Okay, so this white icing is not coming out as cleanly as the other one. I'm wondering if that's because I did a bad job cutting it open, or if that's a difference in the consistency of the icing itself. Although I'm
Dear God, your icing skills are poor.
Okay, look. This is... the other one was way better. Okay, did you see
I
the other one?
know. I did.
I think it's just... I think it's the way that
Poor
cut
workman
this open.
blames his tools.
Yeah, it's the shoddy carpenter who blames... Or it's the poor carpenter who blames his shoddy tools
Yeah.
from Arrested Development. And then Michael immediately leans on the cornballer and screams, "Mother effing cornballer!" Yeah, the
we did.
Oh, sorry.
We did a. I was going to anecdote. We did a chocolate workshop at school during COVID. Well, not during COVID. That sounds right. It was a case of we weren't allowed to take kids out on trips, so we got the kitchen to do a chocolate workshop with them. So we sort of like let them make chocolate, and then we did piping of chocolate. I had so much fun with that. I really, really enjoyed doing that. So yeah, I have certain. I'm very good at piping chocolate. So
Yeah. Dang it.
putting the chats against each other sounds like too much. It was a joke. Don't panic. I wasn't actually suggesting it. This is where chat plays a game. Chat, do you want to play a game? Maybe that's what we do on Halloween. We have a Halloween stream. Chat gets to do stuff. I'm not sure what chat would get to do.
Well, you know, our Among Us game is the day before Halloween, I think.
That's true. That's true.
So maybe
I've forgotten about that.
Maybe we could dress up for that. You could just tell everyone that you're dressed up, and we would believe you.
Yeah, that's the problem. They would believe me.
Because they're fools.
I mean, I do have. Look, I'll show you one of my costumes that I made for World Book Day.
Were you Miss Frizzle?
No. I was better. This is a hairband that I made for World Book Day.
Oh.
So
Were you the Red Queen from Alice in Wonderland?
I was the Queen of Hearts. But I made this out of if you look down the side, I don't know if you can see down the side.
Uh-huh.
That's a happy birthday headband.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's cool.
Hey, Devarachid Biddies, thank you very, very much. So, yeah, I enjoy making costumes. I don't necessarily enjoy wearing them, but I do enjoy making them. So, that looks really good. Thank you. It survived many children, is all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I am generally crafty as a person. So, you know, not specific. I don't have a specific craft that's me.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like making things. Well, as this whole endeavour with Joe has established.
Yeah,
Hey, Smudge, how you doing?
Cleo really enjoys this because, I mean, she puts up with me for it.
I'm not saying anything, but you're not as hard work as you seem to think you are.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
It survived many children, but how many children survived it? I mean, you know, off with it. Funnily enough, screaming off with the head around small children is a lot of fun. Not gonna lie, I really enjoy doing that. I mean, traumatizing children is only fun if I'm the one doing it.
Of course,
Of course.
Okay, so we're gonna put a few black cats up on this roof too. So we've got an orange roof, or an orange web on one side, a white web on the other. And this one has a lot more candy, little animals and stuff.
I need to get some images of real skulls available. Because, you know, honestly, I'd lose my mind if Cleo goes full Red Queen in. Nobody arguably did.
I was gonna say, wait, why was that not your nickname in Last Life, the Red Queen?
Oh, because there's already a load of queens, and it's like.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to be stepping on that.
I don't step on people's toes. I take them off.
Yeah, I went to the costume shop with my daughter yesterday, and they did not have, they had a pretty surprising selection of certain things that I wasn't expecting. Like, have you seen the film Trick or Treat? It's like
It rings a bell. Yeah.
It's like a montage, or not a montage. It's a compilation. There's a word for this. When you have like several different short stories.
Oh yeah, a short story compilation.
Yeah, like, and it's an anthology film, I guess you would call
That's the one. Yeah, I suppose.
So it's like a bunch of 10-minute horror stories that all occur the same Halloween night in the same town. And so like
the one with the little boy.
Yeah,
I have seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the thing is, even though that film came out a while ago, like, so this is actually where I've got this lollipop here on from. This lollipop was produced in 2021. Like, for some reason, that movie is the one that they got the license to this year, and they just put out. They've got children's costumes, they've got adult costumes, they've got dresses that are based on the costumes from that movie. Like, that movie, like, that's what they're really pushing this year, is Trick or Treat. And I'm like,
I mean, it's one of those movies that has obtained a semi-cult status at this point.
Yeah.
So
what they did not have any of was Squid Game jumpsuits, masks, or whatever. They just missed the boat on that. It was too late to put stuff into production.
That sounds pretty cool.
But yeah, so I did not find anything for myself. They had a Beetlejuice wedding suit, but it was just terrible. It's not a good suit. So, yeah. I skipped it.
I can see why.
But I did find this wig. Oh, yeah, I was going to tell you about... So, my daughter kept seeing costumes and be like, oh, I want to be that. Oh, I want to be that. And I'm like, well, we're not going to carry stuff around the store. Right?
Yeah.
Like, the first one she saw, she's like, oh, can we get this one? I'm like, that is an option. I'm not saying, no, we can't get it, but I'm saying we're not going to take it off the rack and walk around with it, because I think there's going to be 250 costumes in this store that you're going to want to look at first, right? We're not going to carry anything around. She's like, fine, but, you know, what if somebody else takes it? I'm like, no, you know, we're going to pick what we want at the last thing, and then we'll take that to the register. And then immediately there's this green wig, and it's the last one on the rack, and I'm like, except for this I'm taking. Because I would be really mad if somebody else gets this before me. You would be.
It would be heartbreaking.
It would be heartbreaking. Nobody needs to live like that.
No, nobody needs to live without a red wig.
No. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna try to... I'm gonna assume that some of the icing on the front of the house has dried enough that we can turn this thing on its side, which I'm realizing icing the bottom of the roof eaves might have been a mistake, because I'm gonna lean it right on there. That's gonna get squished a little bit.
Just a tad.
But whatever. You know, we do what we can.
Yeah. We do what we must because we can.
Yep. I'm trying to think.
Yep.
One thing that was disappointing this year, though, was they didn't have as many, like, yard decorations and stuff. Not that we have a yard, but, like, it's always fun to go, like Corinne used to, like, seeing those up close in the store when she was little. And because we're not going to walk into random people's yards to go examine them, because that would be, you know, creepy.
That would be creepy, yes.
But at the store, you can just, like, walk right up to it, because, like, maybe you're about to buy it. They don't know. Hey, Kyle Valier, thank you for rolling in, supporting the show, and tipping 50, who says, hey, Cleo and Joe, I hope you're both doing well. We are doing fantastic, and that is going to get you 3 face camera expansions. So here we go. It's time to expand Joost. Lowering that opacity now to 80%. Numero dos. More Joost. Lowering that now to 70%. And now for the most obnoxious face camera expansion size. Welcome to the Tony Stark helmet cam. And we're going to lower that opacity now to 60%. Everybody up to this point has been tipping to make the camera more obnoxious. If you'd like the camera to be less obnoxious, we are now 20 away from the next expansion. And at this point, each additional opacity reduction is going to outweigh the size increase. Believe me. But yeah, thank you again to Kyle Valier for continuously supporting the show. And yeah, sorry, Cleo.
There's an extra dot on the right side.
Ooh.
Yep. You're correct.
Now, do those dots represent anything?
I have no idea, but
well, I mean, pretty. As an artist, you can imbue them with meaning in this particular context.
They are the signs of my patience.
Are you saying that your patience with me is waning? Because
not with you.
Oh, okay.
Not with you, Joe. You're fine. You are a precious cinnamon roll.
Yeah. Aw.
I called you that. I went onto Tumblr for like the first time in like years now.
Uh-huh.
And there is someone out there who has been transcribing the funny parts out of these art streams.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, do I really want these streams kept for posterity?
Well, I do now that I know that I'm a precious cinnamon roll.
But of course you're going to be a non-precious cinnamon roll?
Yeah, I'm not some sort of common cinnamon roll.
The OWO stream. Yeah, the OWO stream got transcribed.
Wow.
I know. That's special.
Okay. So. Okay, next up we need to put more shutters on. And we need to make like a candy corn kind of hedgerow. So of those two things, I think the candy corn hedgerow is more fun, and it's different from what I've already done. So
That's what I would say.
yeah, let's looks like they've given us enough to do about 6 on each side here. Oh, actually, maybe more. So I'm gonna have to stand to do this part. Oh boy.
It's yeah, and it's got Joe's swearing for posterity on it as well.
Oh, fantastic. I love posters.
I know.
Okay, so 1 candy corn, 2 candy corn, 3 candy corn, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can't see anything but my hand here, sorry. 7.
I mean, sometimes they just have to accept that, don't they?
Yeah. But it's like, it's not only my hand, but it's my hand in shadow. It's just, imagine, if you will, a dark squeeze of the icing bag.
I will imagine that, Joe. I will.
I'm glad, Cleo.
I live but to serve, Joe.
Yeah, that cookbook.
What, like 100 dishes to serve man?
Yeah.
It's nice to know what you think of me, Joe. You think I'm a cannibal, right?
I mean, zombies do famously eat humans, so I mean, I feel like this isn't really too much of a stretch.
You're still intact, Joe, is all I'm saying. If I was going to eat anyone...
Mm-hmm.
No, there are other people I'd eat before Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it's not necessarily... Not eating people, it's just picking your targets. And I don't need to pick my targets, because they pick themselves.
Yeah, I like to think that their wrongdoing just really made them deserve to be eaten.
I mean, have you ever known me to go after anyone who didn't deserve it in my eyes?
Exactly. Those terrible, terrible eyes, always judging. Preparing
Always
to feast.
watching.
I'm watching you, Wazowski.
Always watching.
Oh no. Got a little bit of orange on there. It probably would have been smart to have the X-Acto knife for this to like scrape off
See you later, General Mayhem.
excess icing. Yeah, well.
I mean, I'm assuming that they've given you, you know, extra icing.
I mean
that...
I don't know.
Neither do I. I don't want to put some flowers.
The last time I tried to put the shutters on, I iced them first, and that went poorly. So now, I'm going to put the shutters on second. Oh, and that's going poorly.
If I were to do a flower, how would I do it? I kind of want some...
Maybe start with the yellow part in the center?
Well, no. I'd kind of like to do petals,
I love how
maybe.
far my college-level botany class got me. The yellow circly bit.
The yellow circly bit. Okay. This is where Cleo goes freehand and ruins everything.
Yeah, I'm kind of not going freehand, but I'm still ruining everything. I'm trying to make parallel lines. And they sure have a lot of character for parallel lines. Oh. Hey, welcome, Rafta Music. Glad you could join us. Okay, so... Did the stuff fall off the front? No. Okay, so the front is dry enough now that I think we can roll this around here and do this side. Now this side has a different door. You actually put the the coffin door on the front, so the sides don't match, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So let's go ahead and do that first. Whew. This is a lot more exhausting, I think.
Really? Than
the
the house?
Than the castle. Yeah. Well, because I'm like having to get up and down. I'm standing up and sitting down a lot.
I see.
And like I'm having to like really squeeze the icing bag, which maybe means I haven't cut it open too wide, but I'm worried if I cut it open wider, that's going to be the beginning of like the real troubles. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
So like I feel safe with it's hard for me to screw up the icing when it requires all of my strength to dispense any icing.
That makes sense.
Or it's at least hard to waste massive quantities of icing.
There are no mistakes, only happy accidents. Tell that to my parents.
Did they tell you you were a mistake or a happy accident?
I was planned, believe it or not.
Oh.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Intentional Cleo over here. Okay. So we're going to put the ghosts on this part here. Make it a little bit more.
Feels more like flame. Spicy Rowan has subscribed. Welcome to the Horde. If you look to your left and to your right, you will see there are no exits.
Now that's a spicy Rowan.
Yes, Joe.
I mean, it sounds like one to me.
Yes, Joe. I didn't disagree with you, Joe, at all.
Okay. Whew. Yeah, I think part of why this is also more taxing is it requires like more muscle control to reach through the ring light and past the camera than it does to just work underneath it like I had been with the other one.
That's just how I recruit, yes. If you really want to be part of the Horde, you've got to accept the occasional threats to eat you. It's how that works.
Dang it, I dropped the icing cup.
We've got to wait for that to dry.
Yeah, this wig really reminds me of the soap opera child from Arrested Development. Like, it's like... Because you remember how, like, there's the kid and he has, like, painted on freckles or whatever?
Vaguely. It's been a while since I've seen it. Like,
yeah, so Marta stars in a telenovela,
mm-hmm.
Which is like a Spanish language soap opera, and the child in that is like clearly a 35-year-old man with like freckles drawn on his face with marker and like this terrible mop wig, and it's like the same style as this wig, although this one's green.
Dear Joe. I am aware this looks more like flames than flowers, but give me a moment, give me a chance.
Flames up the side of my face.
Always. That is mostly my problem. They never leave. They never go, chat. They never go.
Okay. Maybe we'll have kitties above the windows on this one.
Yay, kitty!
kitten. What's crack-a-lackin', cattin'? There we go.
I mean,
two cats.
the secret is there are always flames. I mean, this is true. Trying to be flowers, but it's genuinely flames.
Pum pum pum.
You can tell we're both getting into it because we've stopped talking.
Yeah. Sorry, it's like I'm standing back up so I could like put in another thing.
And my brain is going. You got to get that right. You got to get it right. It's got to match. Doesn't have to match. I'm doing it for fun. It's trying to be flowers, but it's flames. Sounds eerily familiar.
Hey,
Not
thank
for
you,
me, it doesn't.
Zebulon C, for rolling in and tipping 5, who says, stopping in to say Happy Wednesday, Joe. Well, thank you very much. That puts us 5 away from our next face camera expansion. Appreciate you, Zebulon C. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put 3 candy corn on each side here to kind of frame the doorway. I should have probably used different size candy corn to make this. Like, I should have picked candy corn in size order.
I mean, does candy corn come in different sizes?
Well, from this manufacturer, like, they clearly, you know, their goal here was to ship a lot of $11 house kits, not to make the most consistent candy corn experience. So.
I don't know what colour to do the nose.
There we go.
Chat, what colour should I do the nose? This is killer, not gonna lie. Thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying very hard.
Killer skull. ZombieCleo's painting, and she's really quite skillful. It's
purple?
Cleo.
I don't actually have a purple, but I could probably make a purple. I've got dark blue.
I got red.
I do have red. Let's go back to primary school painting. Those should make purple.
Purple.
I don't know what colour that is.
From red and blue.
I don't know what colour that is.
School.
That's awful.
Like primary school.
That's brown.
Yeah, I don't even know why they sell brown paint for children. Or brown Play-Doh, honestly. Like, you just get that if you let them have too many colors at a time. One of the reasons that Corinne's early paintings actually like look decent enough and held up was I had a rule whenever we painted anything. She could pick up to 3 colors that day and then let it dry and then add more paint the next day, right?
Yeah.
And so usually she would blend some of the colors together, but like with 3 colors, you're less likely to have them all turn out brown, right? But you give a kid 8 colors on the same plate. Yeah, that's what you're getting.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give him a dark blue nose because I don't have a dark blue yet.
Una poco de gracias para mi party y arriba y arriba. Y arriba y arriba.
I don't even know what that song is, but I recognise it enough to go. That was from the 80s.
Yo no soy marinero. Yo no soy marinero. Soy capitán. Soy capitán. Soy capitán. La la bamba.
La Bamba. Yeah.
Yep. I knew you would get it once I got to the refrain.
Yeah. I recognised it, but it was just sort of like, that's from my childhood.
Hey, Goran. Welcome. Goran1818 writes, if this were me, a bite would be taken out of this by now. Well, fortunately, you know, this thing has been sitting in a warehouse for 3 months, so it's not especially appetizing. And I have a bunch of good candy that I bought myself in the kitchen that I'm looking forward to enjoying later. Like, I got some...
This is for his daughter.
Yeah, this is for my kid. I got some fresh saltwater taffy the other day, when I was in East
What's
Tennessee.
the difference between taffy and toffee?
Okay, so taffy is a stretched candy. Like,
Okay.
they stretch it repeatedly to, like, make it, chewy, or it's chewy. It's got a different consistency. Toffee is like more solid, and taffy is more airy.
Okay, this is not a thing we have, so
Yeah. Well, when you next time when you go to Florida or whatever, you can get saltwater taffy there.
okay.
And the thing is that taffy is one of those candies that's very hard to mass produce and have it taste fresh. And so there's a small candy shop near the Smoky Mountains that actually makes their own. And so every time I'm over there, they sell it in 1.5-pound increments. And you might think, like, that's a lot of pieces of saltwater taffy.
Yeah,
and
it does
is.
sound a lot.
Yeah, I got the bag, and I start putting taffy in there. I'm like, that seems like 1.5 pounds. And it's like, nope, that's 1/8 of a pound. I'm like, well, this is already a lot more taffy than I was planning on buying, but okay, we'll just add another
We're just going to run with it.
3/8, yeah. But I mean, it's really good. But yeah, so I'm going to eat the good saltwater taffy. And I've also got good candy corn made of honey. This is like the cheap corn syrup candy corn, which ostensibly is more authentically made of corn, but I would rather just not taste terrible. Like, that's just as a gift to me, from me. A thing that I care about.
Is taffy like a curly whirly and toffee like an eclair? What? Curly whirlies and toffee. Curly whirlies and eclairs are both toffee. Both of them. I'm assuming that what he means is that it gets stretched so air bubbles go into the toffee.
Yeah. Like it's like aerated because they stretch it and fold it over itself and stretch it again like 100 times with like a special machine. You used to have to do it by hand, but they've kind of automated some of that away.
That makes sense.
It's one of those modern marvels.
Modern marvels. There's chocolate eclairs, not like the cakes. Yes. Eclairs are definitely toffee.
Ooh.
Not that.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Okay. So I think we're ready to do the next side here.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Boy.
Joe be sweating.
This is way more physically exhausting. Like, there's just a lot more exertion involved. Like, like lifting up and moving this thing. Like I said, this is like 3 pounds, and like trying to fine maneuver it. Okay.
UK equivalent to taffy is chews, so Chewits and Starburst.
Starburst are close to taffy in consistency. They're closer than toffee, but the thing is, Starburst, like I said, a lot of what makes taffy good, you can't really mass produce and have it like stay fresh. Like, Starburst are taffy plus a bunch of additives like preservatives that kind of ruin the flavor some, but are in the consistency some, but it's close enough to, you know, like people still buy it.
Hi, GLaDOS.
But yeah, Starburst are pretty close to taffy.
No, you stay there. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to stroke you. It's
no
fine.
painting cats.
No painting. Edie. Yep, that's the one. That's GLaDOS. Saltwater taffy isn't actually salty. I mean, most sweet things have a bit of salt in them.
Yeah.
So, I think saltwater taffy probably is made with salt water.
Yeah, it is made with salt water. But, like, I mean...
So the salt is there to enhance the flavour of the sweet.
Yeah, and it's also to help get the consistency and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cavman says Starburst are greasier than good taffy. Yeah, that's a
No.
good way to explain it.
No. Now I've got hair over my...
Oh, no.
It's mine. My hair, though.
A quick reminder, we are in Tony Stark helmet cam mode. You're not seeing it most of the time because I'm not looking at the webcam. But we are 15 away from the next expansion.
Okay. You're doing really well today, it feels like. Which I'm basing it on that you want to play a game.
Oh, the cat wants to play a game?
No, don't worry about it, Joe. Don't worry about it. Hey, mini cheers, mouse tier biddies. Thank you very, very much. Okay. Feels like I need more yellow.
I think part of it is that while I'm squeezing the bag, I'm holding my breath. And I don't think I intended to do that, but I'm realizing I'm doing that. So maybe that's one of the reasons that this feels like more exertion, because I'm spending a lot of time holding my breath.
Yeah, that'd do it. That'd do it.
I don't know why I'm doing that. But now that I've noticed it, I can try to stop it.
Yeah, until you get involved again.
Yeah.
I need to find a scary game to play for Halloween.
Have you played Phasmophobia?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so one thing that's fun about Phasmophobia, Cleo, is you can mix play. You can it works best in multiplayer.
Right.
And it helps if you have somebody who like actually knows the game to kind of walk you through it if you're a new player. So that could be me. I could help walk you through it. But the other thing that's fun about it is you can mix players who are in VR and not in VR. And I can't stream Phas in VR because it's very disconcerting for the audience. The game, like the movement in VR, is not really good for camera work. But it has hand tracking and glow sticks. And so if you are playing...
Are we going to have a rave, Joe?
I can walk around raving with my VR headset on while I'm explaining the game to you. And so as somebody playing with a mouse and keyboard, you wouldn't be able to like really move your hands in the game. You know, they just kind of show whatever you're holding, like in a normal first-person shooter. But I can be like raving glow sticks like over my head and behind my back and doing all sorts of fun stuff.
Interesting. I was thinking more of something that's probably actually going to scare me.
It'll actually also scare you. Like, me raving is just to set up the scares. Like, you just feel like, oh, I'm lulled into a false sense of security. Ah!
I mean, I might try Phasmophobia anyway, but I was kind of looking for, like, a single-player game.
Yeah, you can play it single-player. I don't know.
Well, no. I was looking for a game that is single-player with a story that's going to terrify me. Like Outlast. Outlast, that's on my channel, by the way, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That genuinely terrified me to the depths of my soul.
Gotcha.
So, and you know what will be even funnier is I'll have jump scares on for you. So you'll enjoy that.
Some people are recommending Alien Isolation or
I own that.
Alan Wake Isolation.
I don't like it. I've played Alan Wake, but Dead Space. I'm not playing Dead Space. I mean, Alien Isolation does feel like a terrifying thing that would actually genuinely... Oh, I'm going to have to play Alien. I bought it when it was cheap and it was just sort of like... I don't actually really want to play this.
Mm-hmm.
But I know somebody will want me to play it at some point.
Yeah, I've been playing Half-Life Alyx in VR. And that's pretty scary.
Yeah, I don't have VR.
No.
That's my downfall.
It would be perfect for you, though, because it covers your face.
I've played Outlast 2, haven't I?
Oh, have you played The Long Dark? Z
I
still
love The
streams
Long
this
Dark.
all the
I've
time.
got like 500 hours in The Long Dark.
I love The Long Dark too, but I've never really streamed it because I don't.
I've never streamed it either.
I also when I play it, I really like playing it. I got the game when it was very cold out, and we had to keep like my old apartment. I mentioned like I didn't know when I rented it. It had really high ceilings in the living room, so it was like impossible to heat with the budget we had. Like I mean, it wasn't like freezing, but it was like colder than you'd like.
Yeah.
And so in the winter, I would play The Long Dark at night before bed to be like atmospheric of like, oh yep, it's supposed to be this cold. Brr, I'm in Canada.
Brr, I'm in Canada.
Yeah, and then it's like, yeah.
The thing about scary things, if you're watching somebody else play scary things, it's much less scary because you're just enjoying them being scared. I've noticed with horror movies. That's why I like to go watch horror movies at the cinema. Because everyone else is scared and I just start laughing. Because I'm not there for the horror movie at that point. I am generally a very easy to scare person. So, as I think chat has established.
Okay. Canadian Dragon says, gee, thanks, Joe. What? For saying Canada is cold? Like, in the winter, yeah, it is.
I mean, Canada is kind of cold, not gonna lie.
I don't think that's me really being, like, way out of line on this one, y'all. Like,
no.
I mean, I'm open to constructive criticism and correction.
Nessie has resubscribed, thank you very much, and has given me a whoop.
Okay, you know what? Part of the roof fell off because it's spooky. The roof collapses are terrifying. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I've got the main thing mostly done, and I'm running low on some of the colored stuff. So I think the next thing to try and do is to figure out how to get this tree to stand upright on this. So somehow this tree is that like they indicate that you should be able to make it stand upright on this other cookie, and I don't think that's very likely. This is a very top-heavy tree. It might just be a fallen tree. Cleo and I are not.
We believe in you, Joe.
Hey, Talp the Scott, raiding with a party of 14. Welcome, JD Lady, Talp the Scott, and everyone else. We're doing Halloween crafting, so welcome, Talp Raiders. And I'm joined by ZombieCleo, who would rather talk about whatever she's doing because it's more interesting than me saying hello to you. To her stream.
I stopped, Joe. I stopped.
I know. Thank you, Cleo.
You're welcome.
It's getting too bright here. Yeah, there we go. So we're working on... The next thing we're going to do is this tree. Whoops, that's not the tree. This is a tree. We're going to work on this tree here. I think with the icing, we're going to go generally like up the trunk like that. That's not... I'm trying to draw on the screen to indicate where I'm going to put the icing, but I don't have this calibrated properly. So I'm just putting random lines all over the monitor. Like, we'll put some icing here. I'll kind of just scatter it throughout the table. It's fine. Whatever. Okay.
Okay, let's try and get all the bits covered where I just went off-piste a bit.
Okay. So... They've got a bunch of leaf candy that you're supposed to affix to the tree, too. I'm not sure how well that's going to go. But we'll give it a try.
It's always worth a try, Joe. Just the one, though.
Yes.
And I think I've finished the skull.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you. Now, I'm not sure what to do with it, because it's got to dry.
One of my viewers asked whether we were in love or married. I love that those are mutually exclusive. There's that great line from the Addams Family movie where the one lady is just like, we've been married for 20 years, but it feels like so much longer. Whoa. we just got a tip rolling in from Anonymous, who says, your daughter was right on her risk-reward analysis. I hope you have a happy Halloween. And
Wow.
the tip is for 300.
Jesus,
And
Joe.
it's from somebody who's tipped before, so I know this is like an actual legitimate one. So, okay, let's go ahead and start figuring that out. Okay, so the first 20, here we go. Expand, Joe, For the 40, okay, wait, the first 20 gets us down to 50% Joe Pasty. The next expansion, Grow Hills, That's going to get us down to 42% Joe Pasty here. Okay, $60 for the third expansion. La 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 la. Brr, that brings us down to a frigid 32% Joe Pasty. I can't even find my eye. There it is. Okay. 80, that gets us to our fourth expansion here. Lowering the Joe Pasty now to 24%. Can't even find my eyes anymore. This wig is making it really hard to track where things go. Okay. Up to 100. Expand just.
Hey, Shady Penguin cheered 100 biddies. Thank you very, very much indeed.
Woo.
And Nursey, if I haven't already thanked you, thank you very much for yours as well.
Lowering that down to 20% Joe Pasty. Alrighty, so 120. Expand just. I'm gonna have to take this wig off because I can't find where my eye is with nothing to track off of. There we go, found it. Okay, 16% Joe Pasty. Grow Hills, la 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 la. This is bringing us up to 140. So we're almost halfway there. Arguably living on a prayer or a Halloween house. Yes, 12% Joe Pasty now. Alrighty. Boom, 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 boom. 160, Grow Hills.
Enjoy adulting, Shady.
Lowering that Joe Pasty now to 9%. Okay. 180, boo-doo-doo-doo. Lowering the Joe Pasty to 6%. 200, that is going to get us down to 3%. And then 220 is going to get us zeroed out. So normally I play music here.
Play music.
Well, the thing is, if I play the music, it might ruin the VOD, and I don't like to risk the VODs on the crafting streams. So, Cleo, can you sing a parody of Paperback Writer about webcam expansions real quick for me?
No. That's
No?
about as far as I can. My
No.
brain has just.
Okay,
fried.
well,
No.
fine. I gotta go get my Beetlejuice
You can do
suit
it.
on. You know what? I'll just let you sing whatever you like. I'm walking away. I can't hear you saying no. La 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 la.
I'm not gonna sing because what would I sing? Chat, what should I sing? Okay, I'm gonna throw this open to my chat. What should I sing, chat? Thank you. Happy birthday. Okay, I could do that. Baby got back. I can't sing that. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, diddly-dee. There they are, all standing in the row. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head, etc. Anything else? Oh, Plushy Cleo. Teeny tiny plushy Cleo. Teeny tiny plushy Cleo. Teeny tiny plushy Cleo. Teeny blush. I can do that one. That one's easy. I can hear Joe typing, so...
Yeah, sorry, I'm resetting the camera. Okay, there we go. And then, so that got us to 320. The Beetlejuice, hey, it's me, the Jost with the most. I'm worth it. So the milestones go up to $50 at this point. So those 370, boom, that's going to get us here. Howdy, y'all. Beetlejuice Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. D-da-D-da-D, D-da-D-da-D-D-D. And let's see, so the remaining 30... Plus we had 15, so boom, we're at 45 out of 50 toward the next face camera expansion there. So 5 away from the next one. Thank you very much again to Anonymous for supporting the show once again. and proving my daughter right. She's gonna ask me. She's gonna ask me how many dollars did this turn into, and also want to eat this whole thing. So she's gonna feel vindicated and probably full of candy and cookie. So
Probably, yeah. That is definitely a thing that she'll do.
yeah.
Need to get a song for the hydrate merchandise. Yeah, I really do.
Hydrate. Drink it, it's yummy. It helps you exercise and not dehydrate. It's real good for your skin. I don't know, is that close?
I mean, fire's good for your skin, you know.
Yeah. So that was my quick rewrite of Salt Lake Community College, Barbering and Cosmetology School, an unlicensed salon. It's one of my favorite local commercials ever.
That's a little bit odd.
Yeah, it's for a community college that like teaches people how to be barbers and cosmetologists. And it's like
That sounds like that's what that song is for, yeah.
yeah. Men's cuts only $2. Barbering and cosmetology school.
Oh, Devara's cheered 900 biddies. The skull, you want to make one too, but at the moment I've got to head to my bed like a responsible adult. Yes, you do. So that's a genuine. Do you have like local? Okay, this is going to sound weird, probably, because it's probably what you do. Do you have like adverts for like local items on TV?
Yeah, on like broadcast television, yes.
That's so weird.
So like car dealerships make local ads. When I lived in Florida, one of the car dealerships had this whole like thing. He would do 30-minute infomercials, and like 5 minutes of it would be him like showing off the latest used cars he had, but most of it was just him in different wigs doing skits with his brothers he owned the dealership with, and like clearly he really just wanted to do skits on TV, and it's just so fun.
Yeah, I mean,
and like yeah, and but like he had to show off the cars too. And like this guy, he was like huge. He was probably like 300 pounds, and but he would be like, you know, you gotta, if you're gonna stay in shape like this, you gotta get out there and you gotta hit the lot every day. I try to run a line of cars, and he would do this thing where they would film him running through the entire lot, like pointing at the cars and be like, that's a Kia whatever, that's a Honda Odyssey, only $3,200, we got this for $800,000, you know, $800, because used cars are cheap, like $4,200 for this amazing blah blah blah. And like, you know, I don't know if the guy used to be a football player, because like there are some people who like, you can be like really heavy but also in like really good shape, you know.
yeah.
And like a lot of athletes do end up like dumping their football money into like buying a car dealership, because it's a good way to, you know, not be poor for the rest of your life. So, you know, after you lose the job that you trained for, you know, for most of your youth.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like it is a hallowed tradition in America for local businesses to do weird local commercials. But yeah, this barbering and cosmetology school one is great, because it's like, we can cut your hair. It's only $2. So if we screw it up, it was only $2. Yeah.
Wow.
Help me learn. But yeah, there was another one that they did for this trailer salesman. I mean like trailers like the trailer homes, right?
Right, yeah.
And he's like, you know, I've been through a lot. One time my ex-wife's boyfriend, you know, shot me with a shotgun from 20 feet away, and I was still standing. So if you don't want to buy a trailer from me, that's okay. You don't have to worry about my feelings. I'll survive. It's just like,
wow. That's traumatic.
yeah.
And these are just on TV.
Yeah, but like you could also find them on the best ones make the rounds on YouTube too, though.
So weird. Such a weird thing.
Well,
I'm not knocking it, but it's just sort of like
you got to keep in mind, like over there, you have the BBC giving like grants and opportunities to like artists and stuff, whereas over here, it's like all private.
Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, it's just like whatever. And so like, if you have a place that sells carpets and your nephew wants to practice video work, then you let your nephew make your carpet commercial,
Oh God.
And but there's this great one too with John Goodman, cuz like his brother-in-law owns a carpet place, and the commercial is just John Goodman being like, "I'm John Goodman, but you already know that. This is my brother's carpet store. No, this is my brother-in-law's carpet store. You should buy carpet from him cuz he's my brother-in-law." It's the whole commercial.
That's very odd. There are regional ones, but yeah, it's more like, this is the country of Wales's adverts. We don't have like
Hyper.
No, it's not hyper local like the way yours.
Well, because you don't have local TV stations all over the country either, though.
That's
like
true.
We do. Because like the broadcast radius over here, I mean, it's the same as the broadcast radius over there, but like the number of places that the population density you can cover, you have a lot more.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. I think these leaves are turning out okay in this tree.
Yeah, I've just got some blood going on. I'm happy.
I could actually lower this. Do I want to though? Do I want to reach across this with my nice suit and get sugar all over it? Probably not. Okay.
I don't know if the colours are coming out on screen, to be fair. Thank you, Oyenda, for the 5,000 biddies. Yesterday's Laugh Lives were by far one of the most entertaining videos I've seen this year. I don't think I've laughed that much in a long time, and it sounded like you're having a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun being a murderous psychopathic gremlin.
Just as a change of pace. It's obviously so different from your normal.
I mean, I don't know if you've watched that last video, Joe.
I have not yet, no.
Take how I am normally and ratchet that up to like 20.
Ooh, 20.
20, yeah.
That's more than 11. Like,
I know. I had a lot of good fun.
Well, hold on,
with it.
What's that? Sorry, Spinal Tap is on the phone. They're interested.
That's true. I don't know if you can see this properly, but it is greeny black, and the blood does look pretty gory.
I don't think I'm possibly going to be able to make this tree stand up.
I can make the hand stand up. Hang on. You're not going to be able to see it, but...
Oh, the hand looks really good. Oh, it comes with a base?
Comes with a base.
Oons, 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 oons.
I don't know how the colour looks, chat. Ugh. I don't know what to do with it now. I kind of want to do the other side, but you won't be able to see the other side if it's standing up because this side is still wet.
Yeah.
I'm kind of out of things to do.
Okay.
You hear Kitty.
I was gonna say we're only 2 hours and 10 minutes into the stream. But I'm actually making pretty good progress myself. I've got 1 tombstone and a ghost left.
The blood is like the thing is I don't have a lot of dark red.
Maybe I can put the tree on next to the house.
This is red with black added to it. Hang on, let's see if I can get it goopier. I mean, that's more brown. I mean, this is the dark stuff. I mean, the blood is actually 3D, so... it's going to take a while to dry, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And you didn't bring any fallback crafts?
I've got loads of fallback crafts, but,
Gotcha.
I could start the llama.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Okay, but that involves me finding somewhere to put this.
I believe in you, Cleo.
It's 3D. It's sort of goopy. If you look at that one specifically, you can probably see the goop.
I am really struggling to write RIP on here.
Okay. Dried blood is brown. Well, that's not dried, is it? It's not dry. It's just blood, not dry blood. I know, Kitty. It's upsetting, isn't it? You just used a litter box, didn't you? Thanks, Kitty. Okay. Are people blaming you for timing them out again?
I'm not timing anybody out.
Oh, no. This is my chat. So I've got my sew my own llama pillow, which I can do in the meantime. How big a chance is there the kissy will push this over? It depends where I put it. I'm just packing up my stuff because, you know, things are messy right now. So I'm gonna where's my mouse? I'm gonna go onto my bee back soon whilst I tidy up, and then yeah, entertain everybody, Joe, whilst I get back.
Okay. Howdy, Cleo's chat. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. I can actually read what you're saying. So if you have any, what do you call those, questions for Cleo, I will do my best to answer them before she gets back for her. Which, you know, you might think like, Joe, that's really nice of you. You know, you're such a good pal. I'm not saying I'm going to do a good job answering those questions, though. So maybe be prepared for some half-truths, some falsehoods, some good-natured ribbing, some bad-natured ribbing, some jostling of the facts, some non-veritable or non-verifiable claims. You know, just throw those questions there in the chat. And we'll see what comes in. Let's see what we got here. I got to do this zigzag first, so that'll give you some time to post some questions. What is Cleo's favorite thing about me? It's obviously my beautiful locks, which is hair. What is the square root of Cleo? I don't know, but it's probably imaginary. How goes the persuades to buy a child house? That one's for me, not for Cleo. We're answering questions for Cleo right now. What Hogwarts house is Cleo in? The Shrieking Shack. Could I explain how sedimentary and igneous rocks differ? Yeah, igneous rocks are formed by volcanoes, and sedimentary rocks... Okay, so active volcanoes create igneous rocks. Sedentary volcanoes create sediment. What's the most empathizable Centaur World character? Probably Billy Joe. Okay. What's Cleo's favorite drink? Cleo's favorite drink is the blood of her enemies. And tonic. Does Cleo on back channels of Hermitcraft Communications actually like you, or is it all an act? Cleo and I are very honest with each other and with y'all. Although this is a segment where I'm mostly lying, so take that at face value. How much patience does Cleo have? More than a doctor, less than a nurse. Waffles or pancakes? Probably waffles. What's Cleo's favorite season? The 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. Okay. We should practice writing things on screen. Oh, you guys can't see. I'm making this little bed of candy leaves here because I have so much candy leaves and a lot of icing left, and I just don't know what to do with it.
And I'm back.
Hey, Cleo. People
Now
were just asking, like, what the difference between igneous and sedimentary rock was. And I
Did you
explained
answer it?
Yeah, I explained that one comes from an active volcano, and one comes from an inactive volcano that sits around all day. It's very sedimentary.
I hate you a little bit right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
They also wanted to know what your Hogwarts house was, and I said the Shrieking Shack.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. So, I took all the extra leaves and I put them on here. Yay.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what this is going to involve. But let's have a go with this. This is what the llama looks like.
So we could try to roll in here like this.
I'm sorry, Cam.
Put the tombstone.
I'm sorry that you're wrong. It's fine. Okay, leave the bag there because this is not.
Yeah. Tombstone.
That's vacuum sealed stuffing, so we'll wait for that one.
Okay.
Okay. Let's check we've got all the bits. Okay. I've got A and B, C, D. Missing an E and an F.
Echo. I don't know if I have enough green to go all the way around the outside of this ghost, so it might be a very ugly ghost.
I mean, just hurting its feelings now.
Well, I mean, I hurt everyone's feelings, Cleo.
I mean, that's true.
Ooh.
There they are. E and F for the ears, I assume. And it's telling me what I need to do.
Ghostly.
It wants me to do French knots. Pfft. This is a child's kit. Why are you asking children to do French knots? Jeez, you'll be lucky that they get...
I mean, French nanny should be able to teach them.
Mm-hmm.
This is a kit for very well-to-do children.
I brought my own needle, but it looks like they provide a special child's needle.
Oh, a special child's needle?
Well, it's pink plastic and has got a huge ruddy hole in it.
Oh, that actually probably would be easier to thread.
So
It's probably harder to punch through whatever you're... Well, but the llama, it's got pre-punched holes, though.
it's got pre-punched holes. Yeah, this is genuinely for children.
Oh, well, I think that you could probably master that, Cleo.
I mean, I would hope so. I will also need glue, apparently, for this.
Yeah, any project that needs glue is a good project. Okay, so
Okay.
I've got a bunch of extra pumpkin gumballs everywhere. I've got some other little candy decorator pieces here.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
So they're not very clear about how they're I'm assuming they want me to use, like, the thread as it is, because they haven't told me to split the thread in any way.
I'm gonna put some bats. Oh, wait, no, I don't have any bats. I do have some cats. You can put cats at the base of the tree. Cats like trees, right? Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, they're fun. There's a cat party down here. We're just gonna we've got 5 sugar cats left, so we'll put 3 of them here, at the base of the tree. And they can...
Fair enough.
When will we 3 meet again? Under candy tree. It's plain?
I don't know, Joe.
I lost it. I lost the thread.
Did you? I've got Fred. You can have mine.
Oh, thanks, Cleo. You're a real mensch.
I'm a what?
It means like it's Yiddish for like a good guy.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay.
Like it's like a way of saying like, oh, it's very kind of you to offer, or you're so kind.
I am kind, Joe. I am.
Spacey Rowan writes kitties. You don't have to yell in all caps at Spacey Rowan. Okay. So, We have this is now a whole thing. We have a whole thing here. We have the
Have the whole
tree.
thing.
We have the ghost. We've got a stand. This is the only piece I haven't done yet, which is like supposed to be the backdrop for the tree. I think if you're gonna try and make it stand up, but like, I don't think you could. This tree is way too top heavy. Like when
That
they
makes
framed
sense.
it on the box, it's clearly like decorative. Nobody's gonna be able to make this tree stand up right. Okay.
Might be for gluing the circles on the ears. Might be the reason why I have glue. Yes.
So I think I'm gonna close up the icing here. So we probably have 6 ounces left of icing. I don't think I.
Well, it's pure sugar.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I
Can't
think
waste
it is?
that.
Yeah, I know. Well, I can use the icing on other things though.
True.
Okay. So I'm thinking now about what Halloween crafts I have to work on. One problem is I don't really want to move this until it's all like more dry.
Mm-hmm.
And I also though don't want to have like paint over here next to the food splattering onto the food because that seems like a
I mean, that seems. You could move the food.
I could move the food. But then we can't have it on camera.
That's true.
It's putting this in the freezer is actually a good idea. Mouse Mac. Because I think I have room in the freezer right now.
If you don't let your child eat that, she is going to be most upset with you.
Oh, but like, here's the thing though, is if I gave her the tree, the ghost, and the ground today, like that's still like way more cookies than a child needs for today.
That's true.
And so I've been trying to figure out how I would store the house, and putting it in the freezer is going to keep the bugs off it. And
That is correct.
when she breaks off pieces from it, we'll just throw them in the microwave, and then it'll make the cookies soft. What?
Is that how that works? Okay.
Oh, yeah. You can take store-bought cookies, you sprinkle water on them, and you throw them in the microwave. They come out like they're fresh baked.
Fair enough. I've got to find my nose. Is that my nose? No, those are eyes. Those are definitely eyes. I've got eyelashes on them. Okay. So, just get all the... Okay, this is a very... Like, as somebody who has sewn kits, this is an odd kit. Okay.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I'm going to go inventory what would be a good next activity, because I've got a bunch of random craft stuff. And I think I'm also going to go put the house itself in the freezer, because
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't want to attract... We've already had problems with wasps and stuff. The other stuff is... No, I'm serious, like...
Oh, I know. I remember you telling me.
Yeah, we don't want to attract more stinging, sugar-loving creatures. Like, soon. Yeah, so I'm going to come back. I'm going to get Ziploc bags for everything else. We're going to let the ghost dry, and I'm going to bring some other stuff. So, can you entertain the chats while I'm gone?
think I can probably entertain the chats. I mean,
Alrighty.
just have a chat with them.
Yeah, do you need to pop them out so you can read the questions or whatever they have?
Right. I just need to move you over a bit. Okay.
Okay.
I have currently got both chats on my screen. I can answer your questions about Joe.
Be right back.
Okay. There we go. Right. Ask me anything about Joe. Ask me anything about Joe, because the weirder the better, because it's Joe. So children do not have stingers. I disagree. Children do have stingers. Sounds like someone beating a dead horse with... Are you talking about the music? I see. So I've got to put this on here. What's Joe's favourite place in Nashville? Anywhere where Joe is at is Joe's favourite place in Nashville. That's how Joe... Is Joe real, or a figment of my imagination. God, I hope he's real. Can you imagine me, like, imagining Joe? Can you imagine what sort of person I would have to be to imagine Joe? I'd have to be worse than Joe. And let's be honest, people, there's no one worse than Joe. I feel really bad saying that out loud. What's Joe's favourite food? It's... do you know... when you have... what do you call it? Like, when you get, like, liquid at the bottom of a bin, like, that. Is Joe undead yet, or has he ever been undead? He was undead for a time, but now he's just alive. Because you can't be Beetlejuiced without being alive. Is Joe a mass hallucination? I don't think so. Again, I think I would probably have issues with the current mental health of the population if Joe was a mass hallucination, and particularly both of our chats. You guys, if we're all hallucinating Joe, then got a problem. You call that bin juice. Would Joe throw the ring into Mount Doom, or would he wear it? Oh, he would totally wear the ring. Absolutely, 100% would wear that ring. It can make him invisible, and we know how Joe feels about being invisible. If you were to measure Joe in wombats, how much of a Twitch Joe is real Joe? Twitch Joe is about 7 wombats of real Joe. If you built a summoning circle to conjure Joe, what would you put in the circle? Probably chains and muffins. Not because I specifically think Joe likes muffins, but because, you know, it's an essential. I got a mouth. You think we hear see Joe like you do. Bad news for you. Yeah, I know. There is always bad news for me when it comes to Joe. You'd chroma key the circle. Yeah, you'd have to chroma key the summoning circle easily.
Hey, Cleo, I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
So I'm realizing we're gonna have to do this in stages. I carried the house to the freezer. I put the other stuff in like Tupperware type thing. Not Tupperware particularly, because they're not paying me for an endorsement. So just generic sealable containers to distract or discourage bugs. I'm collecting the extra candy pieces. And then I'm going to package up the icing too. But I'm going to have to kind of clean this area off and then bring in like something to paint. So
that's fine.
I'll need another few-minute gap.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just chilling here.
Yeah.
I'm not going for 5 hours this time, but you know.
Do you have a favorite question they asked so far? Comparable to the igneous sedimentary?
Not comparable, but it's like if you built a summoning circle to conjure Joe, what would you put in the circle? I quite enjoyed that one.
What would you put in the circle? I honestly don't know what you would say.
I said chroma key stuff and muffins, effectively. Or can't remember what the invisibility thing was. So we talked about you being invisible.
I don't actually eat muffins that often. That's not like really a favorite food of mine per se. That was just something like for adorable chibi Joe-O. I was trying to think of like.
I mean, that's the one that I would try and summon.
Oh, you're trying to summon Joe-O. Okay.
I'd summon Joe-O personally if I could.
Oh no.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it would be funny.
Yeah. No.
Sorry,
not,
Joe.
this, adult bastion of masculinity here. No, you want the adorable chibi baby version. Got it.
I mean, everybody wants the adorable chibi baby version. Sorry to...
That's fine.
Tupperware used to be so big so they'd have parties for it. I mean, JT, that's because it was an MLM, effectively. The party thing is definitely MLM sort of stuff.
Yeah.
If you're in an MLM, get out. Just get out of it. It's not good for you, and it's not good for your family. I know, JT. I know. I'm just saying. It would be funny. That's what I say when I murder my friends. I mean, I'm not saying murdering Joe would be funny. I'm just saying it's probably what I'm going to end up doing someday.
Oh no.
You
Not
know,
murdering
it's okay.
Joe.
It's okay. You'll want it, Joe.
Yeah, the shippers are gonna love that. Do you want
What,
snuff
murder-
fanfics? That's how you get snuff fanfics, Cleo.
I mean, you know me, I don't care about fanfics.
I know.
So long as people aren't creepy about them, I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got this relatively cleaned up. I need to take the rest of the food and trash that contains crumbs to the kitchen, and then I will be right back with more art to do.
What at? Have you two met in person? No, we've not. We're you know, we are face-to-face virgins, as it were. That's how you get fanfic. What do you class as creepy ones? The people that ask me about it personally or leave me tweets about it, that's creepy. It's basically, do I want to play into their fantasy version of me? I don't. Just don't tell me about it. I don't care what you say or what you do particularly. Just don't tell me about it. I'll read some of them because it entertains me, but some of them, you know, it'll only be things that I've chosen to read. I won't read people go, would you read my fanfic? No. Don't tell me about your fanfic, is what I'm saying. There's a really fanfic of Hermitcraft. No, those aren't meme socks. There are people who have fanfic Hermitcraft, which isn't bad, which is perfectly fine and valid, and if that's what they want to do with their lives, that's fine. So long as they recognise that their fanfics aren't reality, I don't care about that. You know, I'm fairly chill about, because people aren't writing about me at that point. They're writing about their head canon of me, effectively, which, you know, doesn't matter. What isn't there fanfic? Right? Fanfic is, you know, it's pretty universal. So yeah, we're not going to talk about that, Cam. But what if you direct the boring global reality and working hard to substitute our own? I mean, I don't know what that was in reference to, but you're allowed to do that, but you don't have to involve me in your reality. You know, that's the thing. Didn't Joe write Hermitcraft? Well, I feel like Joe writing Hermitcraft fanfic is different. For a start, Joe knows the people he would be writing about. And two, he wouldn't really be disrespectful. You know, if you need to write about Hermitcraft fanfics, that's fine. Just be respectful about it. It's like, it's not hard, people. It's not hard. I mean, like I say, it's like at a certain point, the fanfic stops being about us and starts being about people. I mean, Joe fanfic is hilarious because it is not Joe. It's what people think Joe is, which is not what Joe is. They think Joe is a timid little person who doesn't really, you know, speak up for himself. And I think we can all, particularly Joe's stream, we all know that's not Joe. Joe stands up for everything he believes is. Yeah, timid. He's always fake stuttering in fanfic, and you know, it's like Joe has a spine. Joe is one thing I don't consider Joe is timid. They do know he's a very good friend, but they don't see Joe as who Joe is. They see Joe as this kind of, they see Joe as a sidekick, and I think we all can agree here Joe is not a sidekick to anyone. So you know how it goes. It isn't as recognizable as him at all. No, it's not. And it's very, very weird. Look, I've made a face. I think I've got to put the eyes on next. I do have to put the eyes on. And then it wants me to do a French knot on the eye. Okay, give me the eyes. Give me the eyes. Joe's not a sidekick. He's his own storyline. He's his own blooming story. I think people just enjoy... well, they don't enjoy Joe for who Joe is. They enjoy Joe for who they think he is. Which is ridiculous because, you know, it's Joe. Joe is definitely the main character in his own story. Never going to deny that. I'd have rated Joe as someone to follow if the path is confusing. I mean, they have him as kind of this wise mentor role, which I can see, but it's a case of no, Joe is, you know, no. Speaking as someone who is quite fond of Joe, allegedly, no, it's just not who he is. Okay, let's put in some eyes. No, I said put in some eyes. There is no way to just... Well, no, that's because Joe isn't a character. So, you know, there's no way to describe Joe adequately because he defies definition.
Hey, Cleo, I'm back.
You're welcome. We were just discussing how much like the characters in fanfic you were when they write you.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. So.
I think everyone has decided that they can't write Joe.
No, and I think that makes a lot of sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Any reason why?
Well, yeah, because what they're working off of, it's a Plato's Cave situation.
Mm-hmm.
They don't necessarily know what is bubbling under, or, well, no, let's keep the metaphor. They don't know what's casting the shadow. They just see certain patterns in the shadows.
Yeah.
And so when I do things, they can feel very consistently like a Joe Hill's thing, even if they're very different from a shadow that I've ever cast before. But
yeah. Okay.
When fan fiction writers try to extrapolate, they don't necessarily understand, since they don't have that three-dimensional map. You know, I feel like they end up copying some of the patterns, but in ways that don't actually line up.
Yeah, that works for me. As a theory.
Yeah.
I've got a llama face.
Okay. So, I was just like, what do I have that I have not painted? And I realized I got these Clank Acquisitions Incorporated games.
Mm-hmm.
And they come... So Clank, are you familiar with Clank? It's what Decked Out was based on.
We've talked about it before.
Yeah. So I got these Clank expansions based on my favorite D&D podcast. And the figurines it comes with are not painted. And so I can paint these.
Oh, cool.
I've got an Omen drawn, a Morgaine the Archer, Jim Dark Magic, and a Viari here. And I'm not sure if these need a primer coat first, and I'm not sure if I actually have the proper primer, so let's hope that they don't.
It's expecting me to do French knots. I'm not good at French knots.
Does anyone know if I need primer for these? Because this would be a good time to speak up if so.
I mean... Are they raw plastic?
Yeah, but they're like... I think that... So this kind of gray figurine plastic is usually designed to be painted directly on with these games.
Mm-hmm.
But I I don't know for sure that in this particular case that this particular one is.
Right.
You know, it's like, but I've painted a lot of minis before that are like no primer required minis that have very similar but not identical texture and material. Let's see, we got Rosy Bee Stinger, Cathristraub, Walnut Dongrass, and Donar Blitzen here too. Okay. So I'm probably, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add whatever colors each one's need. Like, rather than just being like, okay, I'm going to paint just the walnut one, right? It's like, well, you know what? If I need a little bit of white for some highlights on walnut, and I need a little bit of white for this on this character, I'll just go through. Leo says they look like they need primer. Okay, well, you can apply primer anyway for better contrast control. I don't know if any of these actually are primer. Oh, here it is. Brush on primer. Look at that. Okay, wait.
Lucky Joe.
Yeah. So, yeah. So these are paints. I bought this kit for my daughter and I to paint stuff together. And it originally came with, as you can see, it's got like all these little like holes where the little different color paints go. But when I got it, like the kit only comes with like half of these in here, and then I picked up other colors based on the stuff that we were painting a lot of. So as you can see, there's a lot of purples, reds, and pinks. Actually, you can't see that because it's behind Cleo's thing, but she does a lot of stuff that's like cute colors, and so
that's cool.
What happens if you primer a non-primer needing figurine? Then you waste a lot of time. But we're having fun hanging out. So, also, these are not the best brushes. These are like kids' brushes. So, honestly, maybe doing a primer coat on all of these would be a good idea, because then next week when we come back, I'll actually have proper brushes.
That makes sense.
That makes sense to me. So, okay. High density pigment.
See if it's gonna work.
Rotten white. It's funny how many of these are like, it's like there's like blood, there's dried blood, there's a lot of these have blood names.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so I realized what I forgot to bring was a little like dish or whatever, like a palette.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run and check to see if I can find the palette. Although if I'm just doing primer right now, it's not like I'm gonna be mixing a lot of colors, because like these are gonna have to dry. And then you know what I might do? I might go through all of my board games and pull out all the figurines and prime all of them today.
That seems like a useful time if this is what you're going to do on the reg.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. So let's go ahead.
Okay.
And I'm just going to put this on the parchment paper directly here in a blob. Oh.
That's a French knot. It's my least favourite thing to do. I hate doing it. But it's done now, and I think these two are the only two I've got to do.
Dang it. I need a needle. Cleo, can you pass me a needle?
Sure. Have that one.
Ah, thank you. Okay. Looks a lot bigger on my screen, but... Okay. Let's see if that worked. Can we get some of this primer out on the parchment paper? No, this is really in there good. I'm gonna have to go get a real needle. Be right back.
Okay. See, this is a kit that's made for children, but it's expected that adults will put this together. And in my case, they're right, but they didn't always have to be. So 1, 2, and then you go down the other way. Okay, right. Hate this. Hate this. This is my least favorite thing to do. Hi, kitty. No, I'm afraid not. Hi. 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 You're saying, Mommy, give me food, aren't you? And I'm saying no. That's what kitty is for. That is GLaDOS. Hi, baby. You are still here. You have not. I. You're over my face, cat. My cat is over my face. Ugh.
Okay, I'm back. I have found my sewing kit here, which has needles in it.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I open it, it's like exploding everywhere because it's not packed properly. Yay! Good job, me. Okay.
Good job, Joe.
Immediately stab myself. It's fine. Okay, so we're gonna hopefully be able to clear whatever blockage there is in this. Oh yeah, that was definitely not something that was going to be resolved without a real needle. Okay, there we go. We are definitely, we reached the liquid layer. I like that you giggled to the tune of the Addams Family.
Did I?
Yeah, it's on. I mean, I'm not good with like hearing music and pitch detection, but it sounds like the do 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 do, except like in a higher key or a higher octave.
Okay. Fair enough.
Judd Otto says, I know it's not a competition, but I would watch Joe watch paint dry. Yeah, that might be where we're heading. Okay, so we got the white primer here on our parchment paper. And we're just going to start applying a thin coat of this to each of these. In some ways, the dinar figurine is going to be the easiest. You know what, actually, I'm going to lower the camera some. I had raised it up because the house was so hot. Ooh, and I'm going to drop the shadow abacus, too, if I'm not careful. Okay.
Oh, Sea Turtle gifted a sub. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Also, I have managed to pull this French knot through the needle. It's now officially...
Okay. I was just thinking, like, oh, I should really do this on top of a mirror so you can see both sides of it as I paint. But I realized a few details about that immediately. For one thing, the mirror is going to get paint all over it and immediately stop reflecting light.
That's how mirrors work.
Yeah. And two, I think it's going to be more valuable for me to be just rotating the thing and holding it in my hand rather than letting it rest flat on something.
That's true.
We're probably going to lose a lot of detail with these miniatures unless like I do a really thin coating with the primer. I'm guessing that's what you're supposed to do, is a really thin coating.
I would imagine so.
But I'm not sure how thin. Like, should it be like way, like, should it feel like it's way too thin, but it's actually, you find out later it's not?
I don't know. I'm just trying to deal with this when my cat's in the way.
Well, I don't want to disappoint Ryan Hartman, who plays this character, since he also runs packs, so...
Yeah, that'll do you in, I'm afraid.
Oh, I had a nightmare situation. Do you have something you have to deal with your cat before I start this story? Because it's kind of...
All right. You go ahead. She'll just be in and out, I'm sure.
Okay.
Because she wants food.
So Ryan Hartman was streaming Deathloop, and like I said, this is and I'm a big fan of Ryan. He's a very funny person, but also I really like PAX, and I think he does a great job running it. I've had the good fortune to meet him in person and talk to him briefly a few times, He's just a great guy. And so I was doing my stream, and I'm like,
Right.
hey, Ryan's streaming. Why don't we go ahead and raid him, right?
Mhm.
So we do the, and I always say, hey, everybody, say howdy, y'all. Joe Hill's raid here. And when we raided him, everybody rolls in and says, howdy, y'all. Joe Hill's raid here. And he's like, oh, hey, it's Joe Hills. That's cool. And then all of a sudden, like hundreds of bots start yelling Joe Hill's raid and then spamming random numbers and letters.
Oh,
And like
wow.
saying rude things. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, these this is, and like people are like, wait, did Joe Hills just bot raid us? And I'm like, no, they're piggybacking off my raid. I don't know what's going on. I'm so sorry. But apparently these bots had followed Ryan earlier in the day and were just waiting for the first person who raided him to go and just start screaming, right?
Wow.
But like this is somebody who like I could possibly be uninvited from PAX forever if I piss off Ryan Hartman. That's not something you do lightly, right? So I'm like I'm like terrified that like, oh no, we need to resolve this right now. This is not something I could just be like, oh, I'm gonna log off. It's like, oh no. But luckily he understood what, or luckily everybody figured out what the mods figured out what happened, and he was cool, and
Yeah.
it was like, oh, you don't need to apologize. This wasn't your fault. And I'm like, I know it wasn't my fault, but oh my gosh, it really looked like it was. And
Yeah, that's a problem. That's terrifying.
yeah. Oh boy. But yeah, I've been kind of. Yeah, that was.
That sounds like it was a stressful moment for you, Joe.
That was probably the most stressful experience I've had while streaming in the last 10 years. Like actually, like it was.
Dear God.
Yeah. Well, because like normally if something weird happens on a stream, you're like, oh, okay, somebody was rude or whatever. But you're not just like, oh, this is gonna ruin my professional reputation.
It'll ruin me. Yeah.
Yeah, like this is not okay. This is very bad. But yeah. So
There's more
anyway, yeah. So this figurine that I'm painting, or that I'm priming right now is the Dragonborn Narcissist Dinar Blitzen, which is the character he plays in the Acquisitions Incorporated C-Team show. His actual class is Paladin, but
I mean, those generally do end up as narcissists.
yeah,
I've
quite
noticed.
a bit. Yeah, it's a known failure mode of religion.
I am neither agreeing nor denying.
What? I mean, things can have failure modes without necessarily being intrinsically bad. Like, one of the known failure modes of democracy is everyone went to Eton, So, that doesn't mean democracy is bad, that just means we don't like Eton.
I guess.
Okay. I guess if this primer ends up being way too thin, I can always add more later. It's harder to detract.
Yeah. It's fine. You're fine.
So I'm not sure how well this is showing up on the stream because it's white on white, but it looks like it's probably okay.
I mean, they seem to be okay with my painting, but different cameras. I suppose.
But what I mean is though, like, well, you were painting with colors and you had a green background when you were adding the white. So I'm painting white over a white background because I've got white parchment paper here.
A non-llama wink llama. I don't know what a llama wink llama is.
I just assume stuff like that is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure reference.
Okay, I don't know what that is either.
I don't know either, but like people talk about it and reference it all the time. So like if I haven't heard of something, it's probably either from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or the new seasons of Digimon because I only saw the first one.
I suppose. This kid is not for children. Hello, cat. Hello. Hello. You're right there next to my mic. So what? You want me to feed you? You think that's going to happen?
I didn't see you there. I'm a cat. and I would like to be fed repeatedly, to the point of illness.
I mean, yeah. No, leave them. Can't. Stop headbutting things. I will pet you. You can be pet. That's fine. And you're allowed over here because, like, the needle is. You are very beautiful, but also a pain.
You're beautiful. You're
we
beautiful
started with Halloween, but we ran out of Halloween crafts.
Yeah, we were. I did my Halloween haunted candy house, and now we have moved on to. I'm doing miniatures, and Cleo is making a llama blanket.
Pillow. It's llama pillow. It's a unicorn blanket, llama pillow.
Okay, sorry. Llama
you
pillow.
will be.
Yeah, you'll make sure of that. Hey, welcome, Hermit Lover. Glad you could join us. Also, I should mention, we are $5 away from the next face camera expansion. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat.
She doesn't want the string. She wants food. And she's going to bug me until she gets food. So, I promise you. Isn't an alpaca. It's advertised as a llama.
This is going
to
be
who am I to deny advertising?
This is going to be how we learn that the figurines that come with Clank are not meant to be painted. Like this, I'm hoping this goes okay, but like maybe this is just the wrong kind of plastic and I just don't know enough.
Don't tell people to feed their pets. Trust in the fact that they have a schedule and they want food regardless.
Hey, happy birthday, Elisa Graham. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a Elisa Graham. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Y muchas más.
Crafty12 has subscribed. Welcome to the Horde. If you look to your left and to your right, you will see there are no exits.
No exits.
No exits.
None. Hope you weren't looking.
I am currently crafting with Josepha Hills.
Ooh, it's me. What up? It's your boy Josepha with my latest calamity. Yeah, I think one of the truest tweets I ever wrote was that a comparison of me on stream, where I'm like, "Howdy, y'all! Joe Hill's here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee," versus me calling my parents, "What up? It's your boy Joe with his latest calamity."
Yeah, I can see that. What am I making? I'm making a llama. Or an alpaca. We haven't really decided whether it's a llama or an alpaca.
Assault
the
Tank
package says llama.
What paint brand are you using? In this case, this primer is Master Series paint. I've never primed a figurine before. Usually we buy things that are explicitly like pre-primed or don't require priming. But so this is an experiment because these ones came in the Icing expansion for Clank, and so I'm assuming that they're not like designed to be painted without priming. But like this
finally
is
found.
Oh, go on.
I'm just reading comments. It says I finally found a way to hit my cat's food amnesia. Feed him half the food he's allowed to get in 2 portions. That's sneaky, and also kind of genius. It's a lamb-packer. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, this is not a sponsored stream from Master Series Paint. This is just, these are the paints that I bought at PAX for my daughter and I to use. And we have enjoyed them.
Hello. Are you back?
So that's the thing. It's just like there's a Penny Arcade connection to every part of this. It's like I got the paints at PAX. The figurines are from Penny Arcade, Zach Inc. show. And okay.
Gonna try that with your tappy. Yeah, I mean, I think you've just opened a lot of eyes to a lot of animal owners. Go away. It's my face. Here. You get hugs? You get hugs? There we go.
Okay.
Hello, baby. You are the beautifulest of kitties. Perfect doll, resubscribe. Oh, look at that. 5 months already. Yeah. It's good to have you around. Kitty tail. Yeah, she's getting cuddles and purrs. Your cat reacted on those. That wasn't me. That was Joe. Joe did them kitty meows. Okay, she's just sitting here purring.
I can't do a purr. I can growl. I can go.
Oh, she didn't like that. Hey, Crux's Chid Biddies. Thank you very much indeed. Good morning. Uh-oh. Choo-choo. Hype train incoming.
Uh-oh.
Everybody throw down hands. Thank you.
You're welcome, okay.
Okay, well, this is my life for a bit.
Oh, until she decides the primer.
Until she's decided that she's done. This is my life. Because she doesn't normally do this. She's purring up a storm. She is Rumble Kitty. Oh, you done? You done?
Rumble cat.
She rumbles. She doesn't purr. She just rumbles like a train. Anonymous donated $10. Oh, thank you so much.
Woo.
That really does help. I promise you.
Okay.
As someone who is working from home, it really does help. Every little helps.
Hey,
Kitty
Leo B tipped 5, which puts us over the top for our next expansion. And Leo says, did you remember to wash the minis before you started painting them? I did not remember that because I never knew that I was supposed to do that. And so I couldn't possibly. So anyway, here we go. It's me. It's the Beetlejuice. Here we go. Expand. Beetlejuice. Do.
Hey, Buck Griffin has subscribed. Welcome. It's good to have you here. I hope everybody is throwing some hands. If you look to your left and to your right, you'll see there are no exits. Hi, kitty. Hello again. Yes, hands. Hands. Kitty, kitty. I love you too. I really do. But please go away. She's like, what's she doing? That normally works.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Although we are heading up to the 3-hour mark.
Uh-oh. You said you're not going to do another 5-hour one of these.
No. I'm not going to do a 4-hour and 55-minute one either.
Uh-huh. Okay. I believe you. So here, we're going to work on Omen Drawn next. Played by Jerry Holkins. He's got a mace. He's got a holy symbol on his tabard. You know, people don't really wear tabards very often, but like, if you think about it, they really were the precursor to the tank top. You know, we could call that a tab top.
Oh, thank you, Real Variety. Thank you. Or Verity, sorry. For the 200 biddies, I do appreciate that. Every little helps. This is Cleo's slogan, I think. Every little helps.
Yeah, we are currently priming these so that we can paint them properly next stream.
Makes sense. I want to get this face on the Lampacker. That's what we're doing. And then I need to figure out what game I need to stream for Halloween, because I think it's time for Cleo to get scared. So I might do a second stream tonight, guys, if I can find a game that's scary enough.
Cleo streams in the night.
That's the problem. Cleo will be streaming at night. The Beard resubscribed for 7 months. A super cute and wholesome and friendly game for Halloween. Yes. That's... Can't believe we've only had one jump scare today. It happens sometimes. Alexis gave out 1 community gift sub. Thank you very, very much indeed. It's all very appreciated. House Flipper is super scary.
Okay, so
reminding of all the...
Oh, go on.
Go for it.
I was gonna say, Cavman says that apparently there's a mold release coating that causes the primer not to stick if you don't wash these first. But I really don't want to wash these first. So, because then we gotta wait for them to dry.
Libraborn gave out a community gift sub. Thank you very, very much indeed. Oh, you guys. How about a dystopian pawn shop manager game? I am really enjoying No Umbrellas Allowed. That's a really, it's a really nice game. It's very chill, but I'm actually looking for Halloween stuff. Modded horror Fallout 4. No, I don't feel like modding stuff. Just want a game.
They want something to play tonight, not like 12 weeks from now.
I mean, when I'm in my normal streaming time, people will be more. Probably have to put a mature stream on that one. Koroika Mome gifted a sub. Thank you very, very much indeed. It's very appreciated.
Well, Cleo, I actually only stream horror games during the day and not at night. And the reason for that is because during the day, my daughter's at school. But at night, she's asleep. And if there's a good time for me to scream in abject terror very loudly...
Whilst your child is asleep?
It's while she's at school, not while she's asleep. I should scream in abject terror when she's in a different building.
Yeah, thank you, Push, for the biddies, and Anna for the community gift sub. Thank you very much indeed. Jump scares aren't quite the same as scary. No, jump scares are different to actually scary. I'm not frightened by jump scares. I am surprised by them. Oh, thank you, Hypodermic Haddock, for the biddies. It's very appreciated. Haunted PSX demo disc. Well, that sounds ridiculous. That sounds like not fun. I'll think about the games. I'll look on Steam, see if I can get something. Startled by jump scares more than scared. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's an adequate description of jump scares in general. Get down. You're not being fed. That's a no from me. You will get fed in an hour.
Next up, we've got Walnut Donkgrass, played by Tristan Falcone, who is a half-elf druid? No, she's a
Dark Souls isn't scary. Dark Souls is frustrating. Bendy and the Ink Machine. I have not played that, no.
You could play Williams Pinball's Monster Bash. It's about the classic Universal monsters trying to make a band.
Hang on a second. Kitty, no.
Because they couldn't get the rights to Monster Bash. So they had to make Monster Bash.
There we go. She's just messed up my camera.
Oh no.
I know, right? If it helps, your cat is entertaining you immensely. Yeah. She's not getting any treats for it though, are you? Kitty doesn't deserve treats. Claire's like, hello, the sun is set, it is dinner time. No, she's just like, it's a day that ends in Y, and it's a time that ends in o'clock. Feed me. Okay, but it is 3 hours now. I'm going to finish this off, and then I think it's time for Cleo to call it a day. When she's got a face on the llama. I've played Little Nightmares. It's not scary. It's just sort of tragic. Totally not stolen. It's a llama face.
Okay, so I've got 4 more of these to prime, and I'm making pretty good time.
Prime time, in
It's
fact.
prime time. Okay, so next up is Patrick Rothfuss's character Viari, who is a rather swashbuckling rogue. Patrick Rothfuss wrote The Name of the Wind and The Wise Man's Fear. I don't know if you ever read those books, Cleo. They're pretty good. Are you giggling because that would be silly, or because you've read them 800 times, so it would be silly to assume you hadn't?
I was looking at chat, to be honest, Joe.
No, that's fair. Yeah, once Cleo tunes, she starts tuning me out, so she's like, "Look, Joe, we might as well end the stream. You're not being listened to.
I mean,
no incentive to keep streaming if I'm not listening."
I mean, you can keep streaming if you want, but my brain has just
No,
decided that it's turning to jelly.
Well, I do want to get all of these primed so I can actually paint them next week.
No, no, I wasn't going just yet. Okay, so we've got hang on. Llama face.
Do I have any finer brushes for detail work? Not on me, but I'm gonna go get some before next week.
And that's what the skull turned into.
That's one of the reasons we're priming today.
I do have to like the little flame flowers that we got on the head. That's quite fun. You can stream if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. I put llama back into llama bag. It's a llama bag.
It's a llama bag. It was the
Can you play a horror game
bag.
together? Joe wants me to play Phasmophobia, which is fine, I will, but, you know, me and Joan don't always stream at the same times.
Well, the thing is, though, I don't have to stream. I just have to show up in VR
And be obnoxious.
so I can rave. Yeah. But, like, if you wanted to do this time on, like, next Tuesday, I could do this time next Tuesday.
I can't really do this time next Tuesday, to be honest.
Okay.
So, we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. This one up is Morgaine.
They said you and I should play a game together. Maybe? Not tonight, no, because I want to do something scary. And I don't really like being with other people when I'm scared, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I'm not in control.
Because other people scare you. I get it.
I mean, yeah. Everyone's scary.
Okay.
You don't be like scared at all anyway. We've got other things to do together, Cam. It's fine. We've got games to stream.
Oh yeah, Wells finished the flower house thing.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he should
That's
have his
cool.
episode coming out today. I'm gonna copy some of the stuff he did on the Evil Dead one, so my episode's gonna be out like another day or two. So I need to take the lessons and apply them, and that takes time.
Mm. Okay. I'm getting tired.
Okay. Bye, Cleo. I know you were sleeping.
I'm not going yet. I'm
Okay.
going to wait for you.
I've only got
because...
2 more. I'm making pretty good
Yeah.
time on these now that I kind of
You're
got
fine.
a system.
You're fine. I'm just letting you know.
Okay. No, I wasn't expecting you to stay much longer at all. But yeah, I'm very nearly done.
Okay. I need to get something else for next stream, maybe.
Mm-hmm. This one is not your grandma's grandma. It's Kate Welsh's character, Rosie Beestinger, who is a half-elf monk. Former
That sounded
crime
about right.
boss. You know, I was thinking about this, is like D&D characters a lot of times have terrible work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all they do is hang out with their coworkers.
I mean, it is quite bad. Hang on. I know what I can do instead of just sitting here. Just ending, just chilling.
Oh, very fancy.
I am very fancy. It was very fancy indeed. I'll have you know.
Okay. Okay, I'm nearly done with this. This is the second to last one.
Yeah, no worries. We're all good.
Somebody suggested the game Stasis Bone Totem. Bone Totem sounds pretty good. That's an interesting name. I don't know about stasis. I don't like things that are very still in my horror games. I want things that are active. It should be like Pee-wee's Playhouse, but terrifying. Okay. So then this one is the Dark Elf Cathris Draub, a warlock. Played by Chris Straub.
Hello. Oh, you're back. You're back.
Why cat back?
Cat back. Hello.
I want my kitty back, kitty back, kitty back, kitty back. I want my kitty back, kitty back.
You nearly garroted yourself, kitten.
On what?
On my headphone cord.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
She leapt off the table with it wrapped around her legs.
Not good.
She's not smart. She's not smart.
Yeah. Okay. So.
I probably will just do Alien Isolation. That seems like one to do.
I've heard good things. I haven't played it myself.
Yeah, but it's my kind of can't protect yourself, must creep around kind of horror, I think.
Metroid Dread came out recently. But it's a kind of less of a horror game, more of a platformer with horror elements. Okay.
Hiding in lockers simulator. I mean, honestly, if I've got Outlast. I've played Outlast. I don't remember playing Outlast 2, so I'll look it up. I may have played Outlast 2.
Okay. Well, I think that I have gotten all of these properly primed.
Yay!
So, thank you so much to everybody who joined us today. Woo. Let's see what is going on in the wider world of Twitch.tv.
That is a question.
Let's see. It looks like our friend False is streaming. Maybe we should send people her way for a change?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead. When you get over there, say howdy, y'all. Joe Hillsreed here. Or also whatever Cleo tells you to say.
Hi.
Yeah.
There you go.
You can say hi if you want. It takes a second for the raid thing to queue up. Reading in 3, 2, 1. You ready, Cleo?
3, 2, 1. Bye!
Bye.